What's up guys, this is your favorite fanfic YouTuber, the Fanfic Majesty, and welcome to another amazing video. You can follow me on Patreon for exclusive stories. 2C Chapter 31 Advertisement. Then came the second wave of offensive. Naruto went alone at first, but the result was no different from Sasuke. It flew right back in the next second. Shoji and Ya couldn't get used to it, so they went on together. Bang bang. For these elementary school students, Qiye is not used to it either. Pop, 2 feet again, one for each foot. Those schoolgirls at the ninja school have hearts in their eyes. Big brother Qiye is so handsome, yeah, no other boy in the class can compare. Why didn't I find out that he slept every day when he was still at the ninja school? Hinata blushed and looked at Naruto, who fell to the ground, and then at Qiye, who was standing there. He said softly, "Qiye-kun, this is amazing." Little Sakura slumped her face and poked Ino with her hand. "Hey, Ino, is that why you didn't grab Sasuke from me?" HMPH, with a wide forehead, they're also from the Uchiha clan, now you know who is the best. Cut, little Sakura glanced at Qiye reluctantly. Not to mention, he's really a little handsome. Seeing that the female classmates in the class are all nympho, Shoji, Naruto, Ya, these boys can't stand it anymore. Damn, it's big brother Qiye, really powerful. No, how can he be the center of attention? I must be Uzumaki Naruto in the end. Unfortunately, here, you are not the protagonist. This time, not only Naruto, Choji and the others, but the rest of the male classmates went together. Some hold kunai, some hold stones, and some even hold slippers. Multiplier, meat bomb chariot. At this time, Shoji has become a little fatball. Chimaru, don't be shy, let's do it together, imitating beast ninja, small teeth piercing teeth. Akamaru. Wong wong, wong wong wong. Seeing the 8 immortals crossing the sea and everyone showing their magical powers, Naruto immediately became motivated. Damn it, Akamaru, Shoji, all these guys already know ninjutsu? Swarming up, the scene became a mess. However, the battle is not won by numbers. Bang 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 bang, Uchiha Qiye gave an education, and in a few breaths, these people all fell. Damn it, we didn't even touch him. Is he really in the same class as us? Qiye is a strange case. Strictly speaking, it is not the same class, he is several years older than us. Yes, Qiye-kun is a monster. Only the topic of age gives them comfort. They believe that when they grow up to Kai's age, they will be so powerful. However, all this shows that they think too much. Seeing these people go up together, they were instantly defeated by Uchiha Qiye. Sasuke's heart is also much better, which at least proves that he is not the worst one. Ha ha ha. Third Hokage finally burst out laughing when he saw Naruto's little bastards suffer. He finally found a way to teach these little devils a lesson. Okay, this is the end of the test. Now you know that Qiye, who graduated earlier than you, is more powerful than you. However, he is a special genin. There are also chunin, jonin, etc. who are more powerful than him. Naruto. Old third-generation old man, you are not as powerful as big brother Qiye. You were defeated by my seduction technique just now, and big brother Qiye was not affected at all. Iruka was already furious, and punched Naruto directly on the head. Advertisement. It hurts. Ah, it hurts. Iruka-sensei, what are you doing? Naruto rolled his eyes instantly, and a small bag bulged on his round head. The group of students who had just been defeated when they heard this were not convinced. What chunin, jonin, are not as powerful as Qiye? Yes, that is, Qiye is the strongest, not to mention your old man. What Hokage, he's just an old man. Among them, Naruto, Ya's voice is the loudest. Qiye conquered them with his own strength. They only recognize those who defeated them, otherwise, it would be useless if Emperor Laozi came. Who cares if you were Hokage or not Hokage, chunin jonin or something? Sure enough, the happiness of a child is so simple and so innocent. Qiye smiled. They were really right that they were the strongest. Alright, stop making a fuss, that's why I called Qiye here. Sarutobi Hiruzen is the right way. His expression turned serious in seconds, and suddenly he squinted and smiled again. Really, these guys, there's really nothing you can do about them. I'm not just guiding you today, I'm letting you know about the gap between genin and jonin. The world of ninjas is cruel, and Sarutobi Hiruzen must let these children learn about the battles between ninjas at school. Strength is the most important thing. I now let a jonin guide Kai's battle, and let you see the gap between genin and jonin. When you graduate to become genin, you must not take it lightly and forget to practice. Okay, let big brother Qiye blow them up. That's right, brother Qiye is the first among us to graduate, so I'm still afraid of you chunin jonin. Old man Hokage, don't you dare to go on, are you afraid that your Hokage name will be taken away by big brother Qiye? At this time, Qiye had become a god in their hearts. Besides, Qiye is still their contemporaneous, so it is certain to support Qiye. Look at the eyes of these people who worship Qiye. Third generation thought about it, and it seemed that it was necessary to let them know the gap between the ninjas. It's time for them to experience the cruelty of society. Let them understand that blind worship is not desirable, and they still need to have a clear understanding of their own strength. Third generation's eyes immediately turned to the group of jonin. Kakashi, Gai, Asuma, Shiranui Genma, Yamashiro Aoba, and Zule, etc., and even the sadist, Ishimori, is in it. At this time, Hong Yuhi was not yet jonin. Yuhika became a jonin when Naruto and the others were about to graduate, and then directed genin. It was the first test of chunin at that time, and Asuma said that Hong had just become a jonin not long ago. Who will third Hokage choose? Gai? No, no-brainer. He wants Naruto and the group of students to realize the gap between genin and jonin. Moreover, Gai can only use physical skills and has a single fighting style, so he is not suitable as a corporate opponent. Asuma, his son did not learn good things, but he learned the bad habit of smoking instead. Asking him to fight with Qiye will only ruin the students, and it won't work. As for Sene Ibiki, sadist, tortured adults, making him Kai's opponent would make Naruto and the others desperate. After thinking about it, third Hokage felt that only Kakashi was suitable for the role. Kakashi followed his own back, the disciple of the disciple of the disciple. With this Sharingan, Copy has over 1,000 kinds of ninjutsu, and has the title of Konoha technician. Almost uses all kinds of escape techniques, which is very similar to him. Combat is complex and varied. That's right, in order to let Naruto and them understand the gap between ninjas. Kakashi is the most suitable opponent. Then, Kakashi, it's up to you to be Kai's opponent this time. Chapter 32 Advertisement. Then, Kakashi, this time it's up to you to be Kai's opponent. What, Kakashi? The other Jonins were surprised to hear that Kakashi was Kai's opponent. Kakashi's tests are getting stricter. So far, the students who graduated from the ninja school have never passed in the hands of Kakashi. Therefore, Kakashi has not directed genin yet. Kakashi is a genius, the strongest being in their generation. Gai. Kakashi, it's time for you to show your youth. The blood medicine in your body hurts. Asuma couldn't help but picked up the lighter and lit a cigarette. Kakashi, don't leave a shadow on this young man's heart. Hey, Asuma, quickly put out the cigarette for me, don't give it here, it's a shame. If someone was smoking, third Hokage couldn't help smoking, and immediately reprimanded Asuma. There was nothing he could do about Asuma, it had become an instinct. Hi, I see, old man. Reluctantly, he put out the cigarette. Whether it's Gai or the Jonin like Yamashiro Aoba, they are watching this battle with a lively attitude. Cut. I didn't expect this guy Kakashi, little Qiye, don't lose your teacher's face. Anko is not touting Kakashi, but is looking forward to the match. As one of the few female ninjas of the same period, Hong Yuhi and Anko have a very good relationship. Anko, isn't that Uchiha Qiye your disciple? You don't seem to be worried, Kakashi is notoriously strict. Indeed, if Qiye did not pass the test, he might be deprived of the title of special genin, even a ninja. Hong, don't worry, my disciples have defeated me. Although I haven't tried my best, Qiye is my disciple, and I'm definitely on his side. If Kakashi claims to be a genius, he might capsize in the gutter, hee. Anko was defeated by that young man, is he that powerful? Yuri Hong's beautiful eyes couldn't help but glance at Qiye a few more times. Brother Qiye, you have to do your best to defeat that sultry man wearing a mask. When Naruto used seduction, Kakashi, who was wearing a mask, reacted. The caster is him, and no one who is hit by his seduction technique can escape his eyes. Hey, I can only blame the current ninjas, they are too precocious. At the age of 3, 4, 5 or 6, they started to fall in love. Nasty man, Kakashi's whole body couldn't help but tremble when he heard this name. He can see through his mind at a glance. Fortunately, Kakashi has experience and is someone who has seen big scenes. It soon calmed down. This is Minato-sensei's son, the kid who uses seduction techniques. Apart from the same hair color, his personality is so different from that of the teacher. Why didn't you inherit the teacher's careful, gentle and cautious character? But I have to say, there is still something to seduction. The scene just now really made Kakashi think about it. Yeah, Qiye, you're the representative of our ninja school, you'll beat them down for any Jonin Hokage. Yes, you are the man who defeated us. You must not be defeated by others. The only one who can defeat you is us. The logic of the little devil is so unreasonable. Some little girls were cheering for Qiye with blush on their faces. Qiye-kun, come on, beat that white-haired uncle. Ahem. Third Hokage coughed a few times and came out to preside over the situation. Kakashi, just let these brats know the gap between the ninjas. In the end, third generation gave Kakashi a look and let him experience it for himself. I understand, Lord Third Generation. For Kakashi, Sarutobi Hiruzen is naturally very trusting. Advertisement. The genius name combined with his cool combat analysis ability will surely make these kid bosses stunned. Thinking of this, Third Generation stepped aside. Okay, the test starts now, Kakashi, it's over to you. The atmosphere in the square suddenly became tense. One is special genin and one is elite jonin. What kind of sparks can be rubbed out? Hey, just give this boy a little pain, and let these little devils learn a lesson. Under the watchful eyes of all, Kakashi picked up Intimacy Paradise, and watched it with relish. To deal with a genin, there is enough time for him to understand the plot direction of the book, Intimacy in Paradise. Third Hokage blushed. I remember this book, it was written by that kid Jiraiya, I didn't expect it to be so popular. Sarutobi Hiruzen is fortunate that he is Jiraiya's teacher, and he also read it when Jiraiya finished writing. The one in his home is still the manuscript of Jiraiya, which is extremely rare. I have to say that Jiraiya's talent in that area makes him a very gratified teacher. Going out to take materials is really not in vain. The scope of what is written in the book can be said to be spread all over the world, and there are all kinds of styles. Now what Kakashi and the others are watching is just the physical version from the printing shop. What is this white-haired uncle doing? He's actually reading a book. Yeah, the uncle who wears a mask looks down on people too much. Qiye, you're going to beat him up, you'd better tear off his mask so we can see her face clearly. Look, Qiye-kun. When everyone wondered about Kakashi's behavior, someone suddenly made a strange cry. They all looked towards Uchiha Qiye. A slight snoring sound came from Qiye. Everyone was dumbfounded. I thought that this white-haired uncle was outrageous when he read a book during the battle. Unexpectedly, Kai's approach was even more outrageous. He fell asleep directly, or stood up to sleep. Doesn't he understand what the current situation is? This is a new skill unlocked by Uchiha Qiye. After his last hand kill, he can already go to sleep in battle. Naruto thought for a while and looked at Qiye with admiration. Brother Qiye is really amazing, he's ignoring that uncle with the mask. Yes, this is the only one qualified to be our boss. Kaka looked at the sleeping boy with his head tilted in front of him. Judging from the keen awareness of the breath and the sound of snoring, the boy did indeed fall asleep. Kakashi is the first time I see someone who pretends to be more pretentious than him. I am reading a book here, and you are actually sleeping. Or a genin. Okay. You know, this is in battle. This time, it was Kakashi who got anxious first. And the other party sleeps like this, and I don't know how long it will take to sleep. Could it be that so many people present are just waiting for it? As a courtesy, genin usually does it first. Do you want him to attack first with a jonin now? Just as Kakashi hesitated, the voice of Third Generation came to his ears. Kakashi, let that kid wake up and talk, it really can only be so. Watching Kakashi from Intimacy Paradise, he was playing with a shuriken with 3 fingers. With a single flick, the 3 spinning shuriken quickly flew towards Qiye who was sleeping. Chapter 3-3. Advertisement. With a single flick, the 3 spinning shuriken quickly flew towards Qiye who was sleeping. Kakashi held Intimacy Paradise in one hand and threw 3 shuriken at random in the other. The shot is very soft, and people can't find any flaws. The 3 shuriken, whether it is strength or speed, Kakashi is just right. A hair tip flying towards Qiye. One flew towards his arm. Another one flew directly to Uchiha Kai's thigh. Kakashi avoided the key points. It's just a scratch, this level of damage might be able to wake Qiye from his sleep. As expected of the title of Konoha's first technician, Hitaki Kakashi. Third Hokage, who saw this scene, smiled in relief. As expected of Sharingan Kakashi, the shuriken technique is no longer inferior to this old man, haha. Third Hokage is a master of shuriken, and the multiple shadow clone technique of shuriken is his original creation. Guy, who was watching from the sidelines, even gave a thumbs up. My eternal opponent, Kakashi, your shuriken throwing is more delicate than I imagined. I will challenge you when I have a chance. Our current record is that I have a slight advantage. Kakashi, this guy is indeed a genius, and even the shuriken skills commonly used by ninjas are superbly used by him. Sarutobi Asuma is ashamed, they are the same age as Kakashi. It is impossible not to envy Kakashi's strength, and Kakashi didn't even look at Uchiha Qiye when he threw the shuriken. The attention of his eyes was entirely on that book of Intimacy Paradise. Unbeknownst to them, Uchiha Itachi's shuriken skills took it to the next level. It can turn a shuriken. Itachi's training style and shuriken skills when he was young have already made Orochimaru envious. Some basic skills of ninja, such as 3-body technique, shuriken, the use of kunai and so on. Master these basic things, and can be mastered, can also see a person's strength. Damn it, that white-haired uncle, Brother Qiye, wake up, run away, or you will die. The layman sees the fun, The insider sees the doorway. Naturally, Naruto and the others couldn't see that Kakashi's shuriken would only cause scratches to Qiye. They thought these shurikens were enough to kill Qiye. So I immediately shouted to remind Qiye. Seeing Naruto and the others so terrified, this is what third generation wanted. Just to show these little devils the cruelty of fighting between ninjas. Shush, all three shuriken passed through Uchiha Kai's side. Not even a single hair of Kai's hair was touched. How is this possible? The place was deadly silent. Even Asuma and the others didn't see how Uchiha Qiye escaped Kakashi's attack. In their eyes, Uchiha Qiye just now didn't seem to have moved too much. Was it dodging when they blinked? Impossible, it's too outrageous. What kind of person can be so fast? This should not be the level of genin at all. Third Hokage frowned slightly. Qiye, this little devil, there is something. The point was that Kai's eyes never opened, and there was a slight snoring sound. That is to say, Uchiha Qiye escaped Kakashi's attack in his sleep. Oh my gosh, this is so fantastic. Make sure it's not magic. Hey, brother Qiye is so handsome. I was still worried about Uchiha Kai's safety before, next second. Naruto immediately turned into a cheering little fanboy. In the eyes of everyone, Kakashi's shuriken without looking at the target is really cool. But what's even more awesome is Qiye, he dodged, still closed his eyes as if hiding in his sleep. Looking at it this way, Kakashi's previous ones are nothing. Advertisement, Uchiha Qiye, this boy is a little interesting. Kakashi paid attention to Intimacy Paradise, but did not pay attention to Uchiha Kai's actions. It was he who underestimated Kai's strength, and did not see how Qiye escaped his shuriken. The only people present were probably third Hokage and Might Guy who saw the clues. Uchiha Qiye does move, but only in a small amount. Since the three shuriken only scratched him, Qiye only needed to move a little. When the three shuriken were about to hit him, he moved a little bit just enough to avoid the shuriken. To outsiders, it seems like there is no movement. This is the proficiency of the old driver. Hong Yuhi couldn't help but praise Qiye. Hong, you are right, this young man is indeed unusual. Haha, yeah, don't even look at whose disciple. Anko also didn't understand what his disciple would fall asleep during the battle. When she played against Qiye before, Qiye just dozed off for a while between the fights. Now it's even more terrifying, having slept through the entire battle. Is this evolution? Anko has deep doubts in his heart. If Qiye was lucky enough to escape Kakashi's shuriken, she hoped it was fake. But if it was true that she evaded Kakashi's attack in her sleep, then she hoped it was true. The battle between the two was also quite a gimmick. Read a book during one battle, and sleep during another battle. One is more outrageous than the other. Just a little temptation was dodged, and Kakashi naturally couldn't stop. Sleeping boy, let me pull you from the nightmare, Vice Admiral. Kakashi threw a shuriken again, with intricate marks on both hands. The speed of being single for more than 20 years is so fast that people doubt life. Shuriken Shadow Clone Technique. A shuriken suddenly turned into hundreds of densely packed flying towards Qiye who was sleeping. It's not an illusion, it's an entity, similar to multiple shadow clone. Do not allow your son Asuma to smoke. Sarutobi Hiruzen hid a little far away, picked up his pipe, and puffed out the clouds, happy like a fairy. Kakashi, even my shuriken shadow clone was copied by him? Of course, Naruto they can't see. Asuma looked helpless. I couldn't help but complain. This B*************** D old man is only allowed to set fire to himself, and not allow his son to light the lamp. No way, whoever makes the family lousy, the son has to listen to lousy. Third generation is his lousy in blood, and his superior in work. How do you call it, Asuma? Facing the shuriken coming towards him, Qiye didn't seem to have any intention of avoiding it. Still standing there motionless waiting for the shuriken to strike. When the shuriken was still a foot away from him, Uchiha Kai's body finally moved. One step to the left, one step to the right, sometimes high, sometimes low, first 10 and last. Sometimes leaning forward, sometimes leaning back. The action is not fast, however, with this slow movement, none of those shuriken hit his body. And Uchiha Qiye dodged the shuriken one by one as if dancing. Kai's posture is very similar to Tai Chi. It's not so much like, it's better to say that he avoided these shuriken with the movement of Taijiquan. Of course, these people don't even know what Tai Chi is. What a beautiful move, Qiye-kun is so handsome. Brother Qiye, I'll give you 5th Hokage, and I'll take up the post when the 6th generation comes. Seeing Uchiha Qiye dodging hundreds of shuriken unscathed, the place suddenly became silent again. Chapter 34. Advertisement. Everyone saw that Uchiha Qiye escaped hundreds of shuriken unharmed. The scene suddenly became silent again. The pace is more subtle than the 8 trigrams 64 palms of the Hyuga family. And Uchiha Qiye tilted his head the whole time, and still closed his eyes. If it weren't for the fact that he was from the Uchiha clan, others would think that he had 360 degrees of white eyes with no dead ends. Hundreds of shuriken were just dodged by Qiye like a walk. There was no dust on his body, and the shuriken did not touch Uchiha Qiye in the slightest. This is not at the level of genin at all. Even a normal chunin would use kunai to resist and defend. If you are not careful, it will hang up. And Uchiha Qiye, instead of resisting with a sharp weapon, evaded all these shuriken. Ha ha ha. See, Kakashi's 2 attacks were unsuccessful. Naruto, who was watching the play, couldn't help laughing. Hey, white-haired uncle, is this the strength of elite jonin? You can't hit anyone with your shuriken twice, are you hitting the air? Yeah, why don't you come to the ninja school to rebuild it and be our back? Elite jonin, this is the shuriken technique. This is the shuriken stroke technique, haha. Kakashi's dead fish eye that was only exposed outside suddenly rolled his eyes. These little bastards. I have to say that the yin and yang are weird and taunting people. These ninja school students are quite good at it. Hong Yuhi. Anko, did that boy really stole your bell alone? Haha, Hong, what did I lie to you for? He even slapped me hard. Third Hokage frowned. Just now, Qiye completely escaped Kakashi's attack by relying on his physical skills, judging from his experienced experience. This movement technique is useful for dodging, but also more suitable for attacking. Kakashi was thinking about how to attack next. Everyone exclaimed to find that the man with his head tilted, his eyes closed, and a slight snoring actually formed a mark. The speed of the knot is not fast, but it is very rhythmic, like counting 123,456. Each handprint takes exactly the same amount of time. Kakashi and the others all saw the mark in Kai's hand. The tiger seal in it means that Qiye is using the Uchiha clan's best ninjutsu, fire style. This is fire style, balsam technique. This is no ordinary kid anymore, and he can't fight while reading a book. Kakashi immediately put away intimacy paradise. Call. Uchiha Qiye spit out flames from his mouth, and in an instant, the flames spread in all directions. There is only one target, and that is Hitaki Kakashi. Do you know where I am with your eyes closed? Could this guy be a genius in sleeping battles? In the face of all the flames, Kakashi did not give up. The hands were quickly knitted together at a speed invisible to the naked eye. Water style, water dragon bomb technique, a squeak. A water dragon poured out from behind Kakashi, circling towards the spreading flames. The flames hit the water dragon and were all extinguished. White smoke instantly rose in the air, and the scorching high temperature had caused some of the water to be decomposed into water vapor. At the same time as the flames dissipated, several densely packed shadows flew towards Kakashi. It's a good idea to cover the shuriken with flames. Clang clang, advertisement. Without saying a word, Kakashi picked up kunai to defend. There is room for his own shuriken, and Uchiha Kai's shuriken is a direct hit. They all go towards the eyes, neck, heart, and below. In the battle between genin and jonin, it is to have the attitude of killing him. Hey, did you see it? Well, indeed. All the jonin present swallowed their saliva. That genius Kakashi was actually suppressed. Hitaki Kakashi, known as Konoha's first technician, was actually suppressed by a genin. Guy, Asuma, Genma Shiranui and others can't believe this scene happened to Kakashi. Anko was also a little surprised. Could it be that this kid has become stronger than when he played against me? Hong Yuhi was vaccinated by Anko before, and seeing Uchiha Qiye behave like this, she can accept it normally. Shocked by shock, Kakashi's strength guy and the others still generally understand. Although it is at a disadvantage now, it is at the disadvantage of being suppressed. But Kakashi's copy ability has not been fully demonstrated yet. That is to say, the current Kakashi has not removed the forehead protector that covers his right eye, and has not yet used the Sharingan. He took out Sharingan, which means that he has been forced to use Sharingan, and the other party is still a genin. Kakashi, who is known as a genius, also has his own arrogance. Third Hokage, who was watching from the sidelines, smiled. So, Kakashi yo, what will you do? Hey, did you see it? Brother Kai's fire-style ninjutsu is so cool. That's right, the white-haired uncle was forced to run away by Qiye. These ninja school students have completely become Uchiha Kai's little brother and little sister. Even Uchiha Sasuke, who had always been tsundere, had a look of envy on his face at this time. Now he has not been able to display a complete fire style. The best fire style, great fireball technique, can only cast a small flame. On the other side, Kakashi dodged the shuriken's attack, and his figure had long since disappeared. In the empty training ground, only Uchiha Qiye stood alone, still in a state of sleep. Guy. It's finally starting, Kakashi. What Kakashi is best at is gathering intelligence before making a surprise attack. Asuma. This is the correct way for Kakashi to fight. If a jonin hides his breath, unless he is a perception ninja, it is difficult for others to find it. What's more, Uchiha still has his eyes closed. So Kakashi, where will you suddenly attack? Suddenly, a hand stretched out from the soil and grabbed Uchiha Kai's right foot. Earth style, decapitation technique. Uchiha Qiye, as genin, I recognize your strength, but this battle is over. With a bang, the ground collapsed. Uchiha Kai's entire body was pulled into the soil by Kakashi, only one head was exposed. At this time, he hadn't woken up yet. Big Brother Qiye lost. Impossible, Big Brother Qiye can't lose. Naruto screamed wildly from the side. Yeah, Qiye-kun, wake up, you're fighting. Having bound Uchiha Qiye himself with Earth Style, Kakashi breathed a sigh of relief. Turn around and look towards Sarutobi Hiruzen. Lord Third Generation, is this all right? Third Hokage showed a naive smile. Yes, but Kakashi, the old man warned you, ninjas can't show their backs to the enemy. The next scene left everyone present stunned. With a bang, Uchiha Qiye, who was trapped in the soil, turned into a cloud of white smoke. And his figure had already appeared behind Kakashi, in a half-squatting position, and his hands formed the seal of the tiger. At this moment, Kakashi felt a chill on his back. Chapter 35. Advertisement. At this moment, Kakashi felt a chill on his back. Tiger seal. Is this guy going to continue using fire style? No, at such a close distance, Kakashi can't escape. The crowd of jonin looked shocked, and Kakashi instantly felt a chill hit his back, invading his whole body. This was the first time he felt such a strong crisis since the Third Ninja World War. I saw Uchiha Qiye put his hands together, his index and middle fingers together, and push forward. Kakashi. Oops, it's not ninjutsu, it's... By the time Kakashi realized it, it was too late. A low moan followed. This is not ninjutsu, but a simple taijutsu. 1,000 Years of Death. This kind of body art, Kakashi has only seen in Intimacy Paradise. He also wanted to use it in actual combat, but he didn't expect to be used by others first. And it was you who got hurt. It's one of the weakest parts of a ninja. It's sour, I can't imagine it. Kakashi rolled his eyes and fell to the ground. The severe pain from his buttocks made him go into shock. The place was dead silent. Men will be silent when they watch it, and women will cry when they watch it. Elite Jonin, Hitaki Kakashi, who holds the title of Konoha's #1 technician, was defeated by this trick. Guy, Asuma and others all opened their mouths wide. The shock brought to them by this scene was too strong. That Kakashi actually lost to a genin, not even Sharingan. I can't believe it, I can't believe that this scene will actually happen in front of their eyes. Judging from the taijutsu and ninjutsu just now, this guy is already at the level of jonin. Especially the 1,000 Years of Death that stunned Kakashi, made them all feel a chill behind their backs. It's so scary. Has this teenager named Uchiha Qiye been hiding his strength? Amazing, Big Brother Qiye, he knocked down the white-haired old man with one blow. What is that move called? 1,000 Years of Death? Naruto was already cheering on the side. As expected of a descendant of the Uzumaki clan, his physical strength is so good. He also tried a few moves of 1,000 Years of Death and poked forward. Third Hokage. This is a really nasty gymnastics. The medical class, take Kakashi to the hospital for treatment. Just like that, Kakashi was put on a stretcher by the medical ninja and carried away. Anko patted Kurenai Yuhi on the shoulder. He said loudly, "How about it, Hong? This disciple of mine is very interesting. That genius Kakashi was defeated by him. Although there are many objective factors, such as Kakashi did not use Sharingan, there are still many trump cards that are not used, and so on. But the ninja battle only depends on the result. Who cares if you use it or not? It's also a skill to be able to get rid of you before you don't have to go out to shoot. Yeah, Brother Qiye won. Let's go, let's celebrate for him." Just like that, a large group of ninja school students pounced on Uchiha Qiye. These little devils were chatting beside Qiye. Did they push him a few times? Qiye also woke up in the process of falling asleep. Advertisement. Open black lens bracket. Ding. Congratulations to host for completing a sleep in battle for the first time. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Chakra enhancement. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Side effects of using Mangekyo Sharingan 10. Close black lens bracket. The attack power of the 1,000 Years of Death is increased by 10%, and it also has a spiritual attack. Side effects of Mangekyo Sharingan. Indeed, if the people of the Uchiha clan have activated the Mangekyo Sharingan, using Mangekyo's ability once, their eyesight will be weakened. If used frequently, it will eventually lose its light. It's like Tsukuyomi Amaterasu has used it too many times and has become a patient with severe myopia. Sasuke used it frequently after upgrading to Mangekyo, and it was almost blind at the fastest. To eliminate this side effect, In addition to transplanting a close relative of Sharingan to upgrade to Eternal Mangekyo, there is also a Hashirama cell. Kakashi who uses Kamui too much is also short-sighted in the late stage, and Obito can use Kamui unscrupulously because he has first Hokage Hashirama cells. HMPH, old Hokage, Brother Kie defeated the white-haired uncle, how about it, Genin from our ninja school is better. Naruto was quite proud at this time, as if he had won the battle himself. The students of the ninja school were also in high spirits. Yes, Kie graduated from our ninja school and defeated jonin in just a few months. It seems that the village's jonin is not very good. With that said, which ninja in Konoha didn't graduate from the ninja school? Guy, Asuma, the jonins were shocked by Kakashi's defeat and prayed that Kakashi's A would sit well in the next few days. You little bastards, stop arguing, Lord Hokage, and sit there for me. Iruka was furious. This class was the worst class of students he had ever brought. Third Hokage was equally shocked that Uchiha Qiye was able to defeat Kakashi. And it was full suppression, Kakashi didn't have a chance to show his Sharingan in the end. The most important thing is that Qiye beat Kakashi with his eyes closed. It would be unimaginable to be awake the whole time. They don't know that the sleeping Uchiha Qiye is the strongest. The new generation of Konoha is very strong, which is more conducive to the development of the village. Uchiha Qiye, it seems that my old man still underestimated him. Cough cough. The noisy scene was stopped by Iruka. Uchiha Qiye, congratulations on passing this test between Genin and jonin, your performance is shocking enough. So, from now on, you are a special jonin. Third Hokage speaks proudly. Special jonin. Naruto and the others looked at the third generation old man with dull eyes. Excited heart, trembling hands. They learned about it at ninja school. After graduating from school, pass the test to become a genin, and then take the chunin exam to pass the assessment to become a chunin. After becoming a chunin, it is necessary to accumulate task experience, and only by completing the tasks with outstanding performance at different levels can be promoted to jonin. And Kie, without these processes at all, went directly from a special genin to a special jonin. This is an unprecedented scene, and it speaks volumes about the third generation's enlightened policy. Don't stick to the form. The same is true for Naruto later, when the ninja wars were still genin. After the war, it was directly awarded to jonin. You don't have to take any exams. And now Uchiha Qiye, walking in the forefront, became the first Konoha who was directly promoted from genin to jonin. Oh, this kid Qiye is directly at the same level as me, but he is a teacher for one day and a teacher for life. He is still my lovely disciple. No, I definitely want him to treat me to dessert. Anko on the side pouted and complained a little unhappily. This move by third generation also shocked everyone present. Chapter 36. Advertisement. This move by third generation also shocked everyone present. Hey, Big Brother Qiye has become a jonin. Yeah, that's too handsome. Isn't he a candidate for the next Hokage? Naruto clenched his small fists and muttered in his mouth. No, I have to do my best. If 5th Hokage is Kia's eldest brother, then 6th Hokage must be my Uzumaki Naruto's, and no one can take it away. Shino was at the back of the crowd. Sure enough, in the ninja school, apart from Qiye, he was the most inconspicuous one. Ino. Wow, Yi-Chi-kun is really handsome. HMPH, with a wide forehead, your little Sasuke is already frustrated. Aren't you going to take a look? Little Sakura glanced at Sasuke with a bitter face, and then at Uchiha Qiye in the distance. At this point he didn't know what to say. HMPH, Ino Pig, I want you to take care. Today's guidance exercise has finally ended here. Third generation finally took a long cigarette. Iruka, take these kids back to school first, then let's go. Got it, Hokage-sama. Hey, brats, I'm going back to school. Naruto, Choji and the others greeted Qiye and followed Kakashi back. There were heated discussions along the way. Qiye-kun is really amazing, he actually defeated that jonin. Yeah, how did he come up with that trick 1,000 years of death, it's just too strange. I didn't expect Qiye to go from genin to jonin all of a sudden, it's really enviable. Sasuke clenched his head tightly, with a trace of unwillingness in his eyes. He is more and more courageous. Although the self-esteem of the genius has been hit, he will not give up. Because Sasuke's only purpose is to kill that man. Hey, old man, is this really okay? Let that boy become jonin. The first time Asuma saw someone go directly from genin to jonin, he was puzzled by third generation's approach. From Uchiha Qiye, he could feel a faint unease. Asuma, you also saw that guy defeated Kakashi. As a ninja, you can't be so narrow-minded. With Kia's ability, it is also a supplement to jonin. Sarutobi Hiruzen pondered. By the way, Asuma, has Kirito found it? Call. The kiddies were gone, and Asuma couldn't take care of that much anymore. He exhaled a long sigh of smoke and his face was solemn. No, Kirito has not been found, and there is also a special jonin, Moonlight Blast, who almost disappeared with him. I and Anbu's people searched the sky in Konoha and couldn't find any trace of them. They have disappeared for so long, I'm afraid something has happened. There is no trace of these two people in the village, so they can only have an accident outside the village. Ninjas from other countries are very likely. Although now is a time of peace, there is still constant friction between countries and between villages. There are also some organizations out there that specialize in secretly assassinating ninjas. Third generation was also puzzled by this, and the ninjas in the village just disappeared out of thin air. One of them belonged to the Sarutobi clan. The Sarutobi clan are already quite famous in the ninja world and have many enemies. Asuma, expand your search beyond the village. Remember, be careful of ninja raids from other countries. After receiving third Hokage's order, Asuma's figure disappeared instantly. Guy, you are the best at taijutsu. What do you think of the fight between Kakashi and that Uchiha Qiye boy just now? Advertisement. Shiranui Genma was holding 1,000 copies in his mouth, and he was curious about Guy's opinion. It's very strong. The boy named Uchiha Qiye is very strong, but Kakashi also has some careless elements in it. After all, the Sharingan he is proud of has not been used yet. As Kakashi's lifelong enemy, Kakashi's strength Guy is still very clear. 8 inner gates Kakashi can open the first gate. If Kakashi's shuriken attack in the previous 2 rounds wasn't a feint, it wouldn't necessarily be the case. But there is no if in this world. Guy also agrees with this result. If it was him standing there, maybe he would have been knocked down by that technique, 1,000 years of death, before it opened the 8 inner gates. Guy panicked when he saw Qiye use 1,000 years of death. Such a physical attack was unheard of. Guy knew how terrifying Kakashi was when he was knocked unconscious. He was still wearing green leggings, and if he got hit with that trick, the consequences would be unimaginable. Thinking of Guy here, I only feel the coolness of chrysanthemums. Slip away, this is a big guy. There were not many people on the field, and Anko came over enthusiastically. Haha, little Qiye, congratulations on being a special jonin. Master Anko, it's you. Qiye is really a lovely disciple. I haven't forgotten that I'm your teacher. I thought you and I were special jonin at the same time, and didn't recognize me as a teacher. Although Anko has only been a teacher for a few months, a teacher is a teacher. It was still the same as before, with a gray wind coat draped on the outside, and a ninja with black fishnet socks on the inside. Hey, Qiye, it's natural to celebrate being a special jonin, how about you treat me to dessert balls? Uchiha Qiye thought of this when Anko greeted him early. After all, Anko's figure decades later, is eaten by dessert. He also didn't expect third generation to grant him the special jonin position. That is to say, the lowest task in the future is the B-level task, and the dangerous one may also perform A-level or even S-level tasks. I don't know if he will do the task alone, or if third generation will send him 2 companions and 3 people to act together as a group. I haven't seen my teacher for a long time, and I was promoted to a special jonin again, so I should treat him to a meal. In a dessert shop. Wow, this long-lost ball, this familiar taste, this kawaii Anko soup, I miss it so much, haha. Anko finally found a place where he could pit his apprentice. When he eats dessert, he won't pay for it unless he can. This time he has to eat enough. Qiye felt full after simply eating for a few nights. And Anko, with a bulging stomach, looks like a man. Having been a teacher for so long, Anko has not given Qiye anything practical. For example, ninjutsu, secret art, etc., she is also more guilty of this. He asked Qiye to follow her home on the grounds of teaching. Anko has no father or mother, and was accepted as a disciple by Orochimaru after the ninja school. She's also a kick out of living alone at Konoha village. Little Qiye, this is my house, it's far from your Uchiha family's house. Although the Uchiha family is in the corner of Konoha, the building is still very luxurious. Although Anko's house is not big, it is more than enough to live alone. Anko's house is very simple and very similar to her character. There's no such thing as a normal girl's makeup. Having eaten too many sweets, Anko took a sip of hot water to ease the sweetness in his throat. Little Qiye, I have been your teacher for so long, and I have never taught you anything. You even invited the teacher to eat sweets today. The teacher is very sorry. Let me teach you a secret ninjutsu. Chapter 37. Advertisement. Little Qiye, when you have been a teacher for so long, I haven't taught you anything. You even invited the teacher to eat sweets today. The teacher is sorry. Let me teach you a secret ninjutsu. Secret ninjutsu. What secret ninjutsu can this Anko have? He was captured alive by Kabuto, not to mention Orochimaru's opponent. The ninjutsu he knows is something Orochimaru is tired of. With Qiye's current strength, Anko can't teach him anything at all. Seeing that Anko is so enthusiastic, Qiye is not good at hitting her. Anko is just doing what a teacher should do. What's wrong with that? Master Anko, what secret ninjutsu are you talking about? Hey, look good. Anko opened his black coat, and the black netting outlined his concave and convex figure. I saw that she bit her thumb, and her hands quickly became imprinted. Qiye saw this ninjutsu instantly. Can't go wrong. Summoning technique. Anko's right hand pressed directly to the ground, and with a thud, a cloud of white smoke came out. A small snake appeared on the floor. Hey, Anko, why did you call me out again? It's okay if you have something to worry about. This little snake can also talk. Anko held it directly in his hand and played with it with great interest. Qiye, this snake is called the red snake. It's a little guy. Of course, I can summon a bigger guy, but if I summon the big snake out of my house, it's gone. Qiye naturally knew this. This snake is from Riochi Cave. Riochi Cave is one of the 3 holy places with the same name as Mount Myoboku and Shibone Forest. There are immortals in it. How about it? It's amazing. Qiye nodded his head. The place where he can learn magic must be very powerful. Because only celestial arts are useful to people at the 6 paths level. Qiye, this is the contract scroll. As long as you sign the contract, you can summon the serpent. Uchiha Qiye pondered for a while. Do you want to sign a contract with Orochi? He didn't think much of it, and a summoning beast is not bad. Although it is of no use to him, it is also good to scare people. This is also Anko's intention. Just sign it. Seeing that Uchiha Qiye signed the contract smoothly, Anko nodded with satisfaction, looking like a child who could be taught. Okay, Qiye, just follow the steps I just took to summon the summoning beast. Let's go, let's try it outside the village. Anko wanted to see what kind of serpent Qiye, who had just signed the contract, could summon. This number of people definitely cannot be practiced in the village. The two came to a waterfall outside the village. Qiye, it's far from the village, you can try it. Qiye bit her fingers, and her hands began to quickly form marks. I have to say, biting my fingers really hurts. After all, the fingers are connected to the heart, and the pain can be felt all over the body. Summoning technique. Suddenly, a dangerous, violent aura spread throughout the canyon. A giant purple shadow hovered over the pool. Anko opened his mouth wide, and there was a deep fear in his eyes. His feet trembled, and he immediately collapsed onto the water. 10,000 snakes. The purple striped giant snake turned fierce and looked towards Qiye Anko. Advertisement. What? It's Anko, that Orochimaru guy, summoned me and didn't prepare 100 human sacrifices, I immediately ended it. Anko was speechless in shock, his whole body trembling slightly. He naturally knew the horror of the 10,000 snakes. When I was with Orochimaru as a child, I saw Orochimaru summon a big snake. The character is extremely irritable, and even if there is a trace of unhappiness, he will even shoot at Orochimaru, the owner who summoned it. Although humans and Summoningmon have a mutual summoning relationship, in a sense the ninja is still the master of Summoningmon. Even the current Anko cannot summon the 10,000 snakes. The only person in the world who can summon the 10,000 serpents is probably Orochimaru. What Anko didn't expect was that Uchiha Qiye suddenly summoned the 10,000 snakes. How terrifying is the chakra inside this guy? Orochimaru. Anko, he has lost his sense of sound. It's just a Konoha's betrayal, although the curse of the sky has been planted on her. But Orochimaru also gave her a lot of things, which cancelled each other out. And not long ago, when she looked in the mirror, she found that her heavenly curse was gone. Of course she didn't know that Qiye did something on it. One can only naively think that the spell Orochimaru planted on her is time limited. Wan Shi glanced at it a few times, but didn't expect to see Orochimaru at all. And there are only these 2 little devils in front of it. That guy Orochimaru, are you kidding me, summoning me out and sneaking away alone? Hey, Anko kid, tell me where Orochimaru is, or I will swallow you both as a living sacrifice. What Orochimaru is not Orochimaru's, you are the 10,000 snakes, right, I called you out. Qiye stood beside Anko and helped her up. With Uchiha Qiye by his side, Anko instantly felt the oppressive feeling of the big snake disappear. Your own breathing can also become even. She is now fully convinced that Qiye's strength is above her. It was the first time that she learned summoning and summoned 10,000 snakes, which was something she could not imagine. Even Orochimaru, one of the Sanins, who just learned the summoning art and summoned for the first time was not the myriad serpent. Hearing Qiye's calm tone, Wan Shi couldn't help laughing. Little devil, you can summon this uncle, even that kid Orochimaru is not so confident. Qiye's words sounded like a fantasy to Wan Shi. If Orochimaru doesn't come out again, you 2 brats will be my uncle's dinner. Grandpa, it's really Lord Qiye who summoned you. The red snake in the water quietly emerged from the water. Grandfather. This Wan snake is actually the grandfather of Little Red Snake. It is well known that snakes reproduce by laying eggs. And this purple snake actually gave birth to a red snake, which is outrageous enough. Maybe the snakes in Riots Cave are not ordinary, they are just so different. Compared with the 10,000 snakes, the red snake's temperament is much more docile, and the ninja who summoned it will be respected as an adult. Red snake, why are you here? Be careful that the ninjas will take you to make soup. You say that this brat summoned this lousy, but lousy doesn't believe in this evil. He opened his bloody mouth and rushed towards Qiye and the others. Since Orochimaru is not here, these two are his dinner. When its bloody mouth was 5 meters away from Qiye and the others, the giant snake's huge body suddenly stopped. A pair of scarlet pupils were staring at him. Even the tyrannical serpent seemed to be in the abyss of hell at this moment, and Shinigami was staring at it. This sense of oppression made him unable to move, which was an unknown fear that Orochimaru could not perceive. Sharingan, you are from the Uchiha clan. P.S. Say something. I don't know if anyone still sees it when I write this. Some big guys say that this is not good, that is not good, that the plot is not good. There is no way, the small author is at this level. Because today is Shishi Festival, my girlfriend will be angry when she sees this. If she is angry, she will leak. If it leaks, I need to cheer up. It is a very shameful thing to cheer for my girlfriend. As a dignified and shameful person, I will definitely not I know how to do it, so if you read it, you can leave a message, send flowers and review tickets, etc. Let's not talk about it. Bai Yuntao is in bed, and his girlfriend is deflated. Chapter 38. Advertisement. Sharingan, UB *********D, belongs to the Uchiha clan. At this moment, Wan Shi saw the scarlet Sharingan in Uchiha Qiye's eyes. From these pupils it saw fear and despair. His huge body was actually fixed, and it used all the strength of the whole body and couldn't move it. You must know that the power of the snake is not lost to that of Katsuyu and Toad Bunta, and their power can match that of the tailed beast. But in front of this pair of Sharingans, he seemed so powerless. How terrifying the pupil power must be. Sasuke in the Snake Age could use Sharingan to control 10,000 snakes, not to mention Qiye who has Mangekyo Sharingan now. With a tight glance, Qiye let Wan Shi fall into his pupil power. Did such violent beasts become so rampant without experiencing social beatings? Uchiha Qiye clapped his hands. Bug, if you still want to do it, don't go back to Ryochi Cave today, Teacher Anko, let's bake it and eat it. These seemingly random words made Wan Shi break into a cold sweat. Now it can't move, can't speak. It's the state of being a mermaid. Master Qiye, please don't hurt my grandfather. My grandfather is still very powerful and will help Master Qiye in battle. At this time, the little red snake begged frantically. Yeah, Qiye, the 10,000 snakes are very powerful, and it's not easy for them to grow like this. Anko and Little Red Snake both pled for Wan Snake. Qiye is no nonsense. When faced with a large number of enemies, this 10,000 snakes is indeed a good thug. Full of intimidation. It's a shame to just kill it. It's great to be a thug. Dispel the illusion of the snake. Its huge body suddenly collapsed to the ground. Ah. He was breathing heavily, a feeling of relief. At that moment just now, I really walked on the edge of life and death once. Many, thank you Master Qiye for your mercy. At this moment, Wan Shi's attitude was much gentler than before. Who said that the country is easy to change, but the nature is hard to change? In the face of absolute strength, even the violent snake has to obey. It knows that Uchiha Qiye made a pact with the snakes of their Ryochi cave. It can be summoned anytime Uchiha Qiye wants. In the face of Orochimaru, the snake can also be proud and indulge. But this time, it can only admit it. Qiye waved his hand. Okay. You guys are too conspicuous here. Wan Shi, take the red snake back first. Got it, Master Qiye. The huge body slammed into a cloud of white smoke and disappeared into the valley. Qiye, when did you start Sharingan? It's been a while. What's wrong, Mr. Anko? Anko has been deeply moved by the power of Uchiha Qiye. He was the first to be able to make Wan Shi so obedient. Not even Orochimaru, one of the Sannin, could do that. Is this the bloodline of the Uchiha clan? Is this the power of the Uchiha clan? It seems that the strength of this disciple has far surpassed that of my teacher. Anko wasn't discouraged. Instead, he patted Qiye on the shoulder and laughed loudly. Qiye, you are amazing, you have far surpassed my teacher. Ms. Anko, that's natural. Qiye is not hypocritical, and does not say that it is all thanks to Anko's teaching. This seems too contrived. Anko likes Qiye's outspoken temperament and doesn't squirm. Yes, as expected of my disciple, I got my personal biography, I like it very much. Sharingan favorability query. Advertisement. Name. Mitarashi Anko. Age. 20. Blood type. Type A. Height. 167 centimeters. Weight. 47.5 kilograms. Ninja level. Special jonin. Hobbies. Likes eating meatballs and Anko soup. Personality. Bold and playful. Favorability of host. 75. A favorability rating of 75 means that Anko has regarded him as a good friend. This point, Qiye can also feel it in normal times. His Sharingan favorability query does not need to be open to see it. Under normal circumstances, he can see as long as he wants. Seeing Uchiha Qiye's curious eyes, Anko couldn't help but ask. Little Qiye, what are you looking at? It's not that I'm plotting against my teacher, right? Uchiha Qiye. Suddenly, Anko had an epiphany, and suddenly thought of an interesting thing. With his back to Qiye, he leaned forward slightly and made a pleasing posture. He turned his head and smiled and said, Little Qiye, do you still remember when we fought for the first time? When you hit me, it's here. Anko pointed with a finger. She has tried several times by herself, but she still doesn't feel that way. So, Mr. Anko, what do you want to say? Teacher, I just want to experience that feeling. Qiye looked at Anko suspiciously. She actually had this peculiar habit. Masochistic. Hurry up, meet my request from the teacher, hit me. Thinking of someone's strange request, then Qiye doesn't pretend to be a humble coon. With a slap in the face, he slammed it down hard. Immediately, there was a scream. Qiye, you idiot, are you trying to kill teacher me? Uchiha Qiye, didn't you say you want to fight? Anko's fishnet shorts had a bright red handprint on the thigh. It was just too hard. Think about it, Qiye, did you beat the teacher like this? Do it again. This time, Qiye's strength was reduced a lot. Anko let out a soft hum immediately. He stood up straight, smiled contentedly, and patted Qiye on the shoulder. Well, yes, that's the strength. Qiye rolled his eyes, realizing that his teacher actually had such a hobby. Alright, it's getting late. For the sake of seeing you treat the teacher so well, I'll invite you to drink Anko soup next time. After parting from the waterfall in Anko, Qiye wandered through the forest back to the Uchiha clan. As he walked, a special smile appeared on the corner of Qiye's mouth. He felt a little mouse following him. This chakra is very unfamiliar to him, it should be someone he has not met so far. With a thud, a handful of kunai was thrown into the jungle behind him. I've been following you for so long, and you still haven't shown up. Smack, smack, a figure came out of the darkness applauding. As expected of the man Orochimaru paid attention to, Qiye-kun, you really impress me. In the dark, the mirrors reflect a strange light. Qiye also recognized this figure. Orochimaru's left and right hands. The man who controlled the Fourth Ninja World War. This chakra, he wrote down. It is you. Chapter 39. Advertisement. It is you. The man came in a black coat, covering his entire body. The sharp edge of his eyes was concealed by his glasses. Exactly. Chuckle lightly. Oh, I didn't expect Qiye-kun to recognize me. This Yakushi Kabuto can be said to be a small boss in the later stage of Hokage, how could Qiye forget it? I didn't expect Qiye-kun to turn from a special genin to a special jonin in an instant. This is something that has never happened in Konoha. This Yakushi Kabuto also licked up. Orochimaru's intelligence ability is really not a cover, it didn't take long for him to become a special jonin. This Yakushi Kabuto already knows, it can be said that there are many eyeliners arranged by Orochimaru in Konoha village. At least the Kabuto trio who took the Chunin exam were Orochimaru's subordinates. Repeatedly to the final stage, Kabuto gave up the exam. Konoha's 10,000 years genin also has a portion of Kabuto. But he was just gathering information in Konoha. Qiye didn't see Kabuto to watch him lick or to gossip. Let's just say something. Qiye-kun, this time I'm here to discuss with you how to control Konoha. You deserve it. Call Orochimaru to come. Qiye's words were self-confident, and even Kabuto's mouth Kakuzu couldn't help twitching a few times. He came to discuss with Uchiha Qiye on behalf of Orochimaru. And the other party actually said he didn't deserve it. Except for him, there is no one in this world who can represent Orochimaru. In his opinion, Orochimaru told him to keep an eye on this man named Uchiha Qiye. Now that I see it, it's nothing. The plan to control Konoha was first proposed by Qiye. Could it be that Orochimaru-sama can't do it? After all, he also has the level of Kakashi. Poor Kakashi, both a chakra unit and a combat unit. While Kabuto was surprised that Qiye found out about his existence, that's about it. He didn't think Uchiha Qiye had the ability to control Konoha at all. Qiye-kun, am I not worthy? In Kabuto's view, Orochimaru-sama was being too cautious. This Uchiha Qiye has nothing to care about. Only Orochimaru can talk to me about this matter, you are really unworthy. Uchiha Qiye's confident appearance just chuckled. He's been out of touch long ago. Chakra scalpel is already in hand. I solved you, and Orochimaru-sama doesn't have so many worries anymore. However, Uchiha Qiye didn't even look at him. I was just thinking, do you want to go to sleep to gain experience? Forget it. Go home and go to sleep, the experience of normal sleeping should be more. Ah la la. Cold air came out of Kia's mouth. Suddenly, the temperature of the entire forest became extremely cold. What's the matter with this cold air? 3 huge icicles suddenly appeared in front of Qiye and galloped towards Kabuto. As this guy, ice made out of thin air. Master Orochimaru said that although this guy is from the Uchiha clan, he has the ability to ice. The chakra scalpel on Kabuto's right hand slashed straight down. A click. The 3 icicles were directly split in half. Advertisement. UB****************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************me him coldly. Although 3 icicles were broken, Kabuto found that his right hand was also frozen. Frozen slowly eroded him. No matter how he gathered chakra, he couldn't get rid of the freeze. What kind of power is this? Do you want to give up this right hand? When Kabuto wanted to cut off his right hand, it was too late. His entire body was covered, and he couldn't even utter a single word for help. At this moment, he realized that the gap between himself and Kie was like a gulf. Wasted another few seconds of my sleep time. When Kie was about to break this ice sculpture, an evil voice came from the forest. Kie-kun, please be merciful, I still need Kabuto. The voice of Orochimaru came from the forest, and an inexplicable smile appeared on Kia's mouth. Orochimaru, I thought you wouldn't show up. A large snake supported Orochimaru's body and circled to Kie. Kie-kun, congratulations on your becoming a jonin, I haven't seen you for a few days, and your strength has grown again. In the face of Uchiha Qiye, even Orochimaru himself remained extremely vigilant. Orochimaru, long story short, I have a plan to control Konoha, are you interested? Tisk tisk, interested, naturally interested. Orochimaru glanced at it, the ice sculpture. Kie-kun, Kabuto has been lurking in Konoha for a long time. He has learned a lot of information and may be of little help to your plan. Please untie him first. Kie didn't want to kill Kabuto either, he just wanted to talk directly to Orochimaru. The current Kabuto is really not qualified. Snapped. Kie snapped his fingers, and the ice layer covering Kabuto disappeared instantly. The defrosted Kabuto was pale and stared straight at Uchiha Qiye with a terrified face. He did smell death just now. Uchiha Qiye, this man, can make him powerless to resist in a few breaths. This kind of power is not without fear. Before Orochimaru told him to pay attention to this man, he still didn't understand. Now, Kabuto understands it all. The man in front of him was even more dangerous than Orochimaru-sama. I'm sorry, Mr. Kabuto, you're too angry, just to cool you down. Kabuto's face couldn't help but draw a few times. This is called cooling down, I'm almost killed by you, and now he doesn't dare to say anything. Orochimaru's face is full of black lines, my subordinates are about to be killed by you, and you say so easily. Then Kie-kun, what exactly is your plan to control Konoha? Ha ha, Uchiha Qiye chuckled, not answering Orochimaru's question directly. If you play against the current third Hokage, are you sure you can beat him? Third Hokage, this teacher of my own is really nostalgic. Orochimaru licked his lips with his long tongue. Old Sarutobi is powerful, but now that he is old, I naturally have the strength to defeat him. What Orochimaru said is true, the current third generation has entered old age. And he also has his own trump card forbidden technique, if you deal with an old man, it's not a problem. The next words of Uchiha Qiye made Orochimaru tremble. If you want to control a village, you must first solve the problem of the village's head, so we must first solve the third Hokage. Orochimaru understands the principle of capturing the thief first and capturing the king. But it's not that easy to solve third Hokage. Konoha has a group of elite jonin, Anbu. This isn't going it alone. But Kia's words still made Orochimaru deeply interested, and the cold blood in his body boiled. Chapter 40. Advertisement. Outside Konoha village, inside Root's secret base. Is this the power of Hashirama cells? Really good, Orochimaru guy, he really chose the right person for his research. Danzo's greedy voice sounded in the back room. Lord Danzo, Uchiha Qiye has been designated as a special jonin by third Hokage. At this time, a ninja wearing an Anbu mask got down on one knee and reported information to Danzo. Uchiha Qiye, the kid who survived with Uchiha Sasuke on the night of the genocide. Yes, Lord Danzo, that's him. He defeated Kakashi and went straight from genin to jonin. Danzo frowned, Hiruzen guy, only doing things that benefit him. The age of graduation from ninja school is ostensibly mentioned as 12 years old. After graduating, he directly promoted a genin to a jonin without looking at tasks and achievements. To develop it into its own combat power, third Hokage is very good at this. Eclectic to win people's hearts, for my use. This is why third generation has been able to sit on the Hokage seat for so long. But Uchiha Qiye's development really surprised him. Kakashi has done things under him and has a certain understanding of his strength. And now, the boy named Uchiha Qiye was able to defeat him. Is this the bloodline of the Uchiha clan? Danzo asked curiously. Even Kakashi, who owns Sharingan, is not an opponent. Does he also turn on Sharingan? The situation is like this, Lord Danzo. We did not find that Uchiha Qiye turned on Sharingan, and Kakashi did not use Sharingan. Kakashi was defeated in normal state. Like this, it means that there is a lot of water in this battle. But the man Uchiha Qiye deserves their attention. By the way, did Ding Shui, Moonlight Gale and Sarutobi Kirito find their traces? These people have been missing for some time, and Danzo's route has also sent people to look for it, but there is no result. Moonlight Gale and Sarutobi Kirito are third Hokage people. Danzo doesn't care much. But the root member codenamed Ding Shui is his capable subordinate, and they also want to find out what happened during this period. Lord Danzo, we have searched the whole country of fire, but we haven't found them. Maybe ninjas from other countries made them disappear in the world. Ninjas deal with corpses in all kinds of strange ways, and there are ways to make people find no flaws. By the way, Mr. Danzo, Ding Shui's last mission before disappearing was to find out information about Kurigakure. The information has been submitted to 3rd Hokage by Yuzuki Yuyan. Mist Shinobi's information Sarutobi Hiruzen shared with Danzo. He also knows that the current Kurigakure 4th Mizukage is dead and the three tails have become wild-tailed beasts. Azuki Shion turned out to be the only one who survived the mission. Danzo's eyes narrowed, and he immediately ordered, Yu Shion, Anbu, the direct subordinate of Hokage, pay more attention. Got it, Lord Danzo. On the other side, Qiye is still talking secretly with Orochimaru. Then Orochimaru, since you are so confident, how about I leave the third generation to you to deal with it? Qiye-kun, it's easy to say, what's the benefit of me killing third generation? Whatever you want, take it as long as Konoha has it. This sentence is not light. There are so many excellent ninjas around Qiye-kun, third generation, Anbu, it's not easy. Since Qiye can say these words, he naturally has his self-confidence. I will create the conditions for the battle between your masters and apprentices. Advertisement. Orochimaru still has a certain hatred for third generation in his heart. 4th Hokage did not recommend him, and research in science was banned by the third generation. In his eyes, the third generation was nothing more than a pedantic old man who couldn't keep up with the new era at all. If someone can kill third generation, then he wants that person to be himself. Even so, Orochimaru was cautious. Qiye-kun, with your strength, you can also solve the third generation. Why do you want me to do it? You are both masters and disciples, and you are a traitor. You are very suitable for this matter. Besides, you in the third generation, you don't want others to interfere, right? This sentence went to the heart of Orochimaru. He has a lot of bonds with third Hokage, and really doesn't want others to interfere. So in the original book, when Chunin took the exam, Orochimaru also faced the third generation alone. He doesn't want help, and certainly doesn't want others to interfere in this matter. Therefore, the 4 purple flame formation of Yin Yin's group of 4 created a favorable environment for him and the third generation to continue the relationship between master and apprentice. Orochimaru chuckled. Qiye-kun, you understand other people's minds very well, so what should you do next after solving the third generation? Then Konoha will make a convincing man the 5th Hokage, and he will be my puppet. To control the Hokage is to control the entire Konoha village. That's how Uchiha Obito plays with Kurigakure. The next Hokage is Uchiha Qiye's tool man. Orochimaru, who do you think is most likely to become the 5th Hokage after 3rd Hokage dies? Qiye asked with interest. Orochimaru couldn't help but think for a moment. He is already Konoha's betrayal, it is impossible. Jiraiya. This guy's character is simply not suitable for Hokage, with what he knows about Jiraiya. Even if the 2 advisors Homura and Kaharu asked Jiraiya to be the Hokage, he would refuse. Danzo. It is impossible at present, at least the current Danzo's mind is not above Hokage, he is still developing his own power. Having the powers of Uchiha and Senju is what Danzo wants most at the moment. Even if Danzo becomes Hokage, that would be good for him as Orochimaru. They are allies and share common interests. If Danzo is impossible, Orochimaru thought of the new generation of elite jonin and some clan chiefs of Konoha. Hatake Kakashi, who has this reputation, is still very young and lacks qualifications. Nara Shikahisa, the head of the Nara clan, is Konoha's military advisor. It's not suitable to be a Hokage as a support of Hokage, and the higher-ups will not agree to be a Hokage from the Nara clan. Konoha was founded by first Hokage Senju Hashirama, the reason why Sarutobi Hiruzen, who is a Sarutobi clan, became Hokage. That's because both first generation and second generation are his teachers. Sarutobi Hiruzen is said to have inherited the will of the first generation second generation. Although the position of Hokage was acquired by the able, it was actually passed down from one family to another. Fourth Hokage Namikaze Minato is a disciple of Jiraiya, and Jiraiya is a student of third Hokage Sarutobi Hiruzen. Orochimaru thought about so many people, he couldn't figure out who would be the next Hokage. Mr. Orochimaru, you seem to have missed someone, like you, the legendary Sannin. Orochimaru's snake-shaped pupils suddenly narrowed, and those incredible eyes stared at Uchiha Qiye. Advertisement Chapter 41. Advertisement. There are more than 2 legendary Sannins. Orochimaru's eyes became more excited, and he licked himself with his long tongue. Qiye-kun, you mean Tsunade. Indeed, Tsunade is more qualified for the role of Hokage than Jiraiya, who travels around. And Tsunade is also the granddaughter of first Hokage, both in terms of ability and pedigree. Tsunade left Konoha because his younger brother and lover passed away one after another, and the pain in his heart wanted her to avoid it. As a colleague of the same period, Orochimaru knew Tsunade well. Tsunade's medical ninjutsu can be said to be one of the best in the ninja world, and the terrifying power makes all ninjas terrified. And the young man in front of him actually treated such a terrifying woman as a puppet. What a risk it was, something he Orochimaru had never dared to imagine. Qiye-kun, do you have a way to control Tsunade to control Konoha? Of course, I don't do anything I'm not sure about. In that case, I wish us a happy cooperation. I am always ready and waiting for your good news. Even if Uchiha Qiye can't take Tsunade, Orochimaru has long wanted to take a shot at third Hokage. It's just a matter of the right time. The conversation finally ended, and Orochimaru's body slowly melted into the ground. And felt a deep fear from Uchiha Qiye. Is this guy really human? It's crazy to say that the legendary Sannin should be treated like a puppet. The body suddenly turned into a cloud of white smoke and dissipated away. Qiye can really take a shot at third Hokage himself. But after thinking about it carefully, it would be better for Orochimaru, the tool man, to continue the mentoring relationship with third Hokage. This was Orochimaru's idea after all. And Orochimaru, as Konoha's S-class rebel, is more suitable for this. The Sharingan in the right eye has a shuriken pattern. Godly. In an instant, Qiye returned to the Uchiha clan from the forest outside Konoha, in his own room. In his own room, he had already recorded it with Sharingan, and he could move here at any time. Just after using time-space ninjutsu once, Qiye felt a little pain in his right eye. Sure enough, Mangekyo Sharingan's abilities still have serious side effects on the eyes. Although he has reduced Mangekyo's side effects in his sleep, it is not something that can be easily eliminated. When Qiye got home, he fell asleep. After all, the way he became stronger was that simple. Moreover, it can gradually eliminate the side effects of Mangekyo. Today is another day of sleeping naked. Because the experience of sleeping naked is high, the strengthening is also fast. Maybe one day the side effects of Mangekyo Sharingan will be eliminated. In the dark cave, Orochimaru was practicing his forbidden technique after knowing that his opponent was third Hokage. Impure World Reincarnation. With a bang, 2 coffins rose from the ground. It says 1 and 2 on it. Without further ado, this is first Hokage Senju Hashirama and second Hokage's Impure World Reincarnation. Looking at the 2 dead bodies, Orochimaru let out a sigh. Tisk tisk, it seems that the purity of Impure World Reincarnation is not very high, and their strength is probably only 1/3 of their previous life. With 3 people dealing with the old man third generation, Orochimaru still has a lot of confidence. Even with only 1/3 of his strength, first Hokage is known as the god of ninjas and the man who defeated Uchiha Madara. Create a country and a village, divide the tailed beasts equally, and achieve many great achievements. Advertisement. And second Hokage, Forbidden Technique Master. Orochimaru learned Impure World Reincarnation from him. Master Orochimaru, do you really believe that Uchiha Qiye can control Konoha? Kabuto, you must have experienced his power, isn't it scary? Kabuto asked himself, he was almost knocked out by Uchiha Qiye just now. I'm afraid he is stronger than me, and solving the third generation is also what I want to do. But Orochimaru-sama, what if he joins forces with the third generation to lead us into the trap? Orochimaru leaned on the stone chair with his right hand and smiled grimly. No, Kabuto, believe me, that kid belongs to the Uchiha family. I can see desire in his eyes, maybe he has already turned on Sharingan, his body, I'm also eager. A few days later, in the morning. Open black lens bracket ding, congratulations to host for completing a good naked sleep close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket strength +10 close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket Mangekyo Sharingan side effects -20 close black lens bracket. Sensing range increased by 10%. At the same time, you can check the loyalty of the other party. Open black lens bracket chakra grows again close black lens bracket. The existing A-level tasks, kill 3 jonin, can awaken the 6th sense prediction, and increase the eye-opening rate of the left eye Mangekyo. After both eyes are upgraded to Mangekyo Sharingan at the same time, there is a great possibility to open Susanoo. Is this the first time the system has a mission to kill 3 jonin? Inside the Hokage building, 3rd Hokage looked sad. Qiye, now there is not enough jonin in the village, there is a squad blocked near the Land of Wind, and there is a mission for you to support them. They are a 3-person team, the leader is Genma Shiranui, and the 2 members are Hong Yuhi and Aoba Yamashiro. This is an A-level mission. Isn't Shiranui Genma the guy with 1,000 books in his mouth? Such a person seems to be calm and steady, and is very suitable to be a team leader, but there will be problems unexpectedly. And this time, Uchiha Qiye has no helper, only him. For the 3rd generation old man to meet Orochimaru, Qiye has to behave better here. Because of Orochimaru's battle with the 3rd generation, he doesn't want to do it in secret. But to let the whole village see it. See how their will to fire is shattered. Lord Hokage, isn't the Land of Wind an ally of the Land of Fire? What happened to the Schwanma team? According to the news from them, it seems that they have encountered a powerful enemy. And that enemy seems to be immortal. Shiranui Genma and the others inflicted fatal wounds on each other several times, but the other party was unscathed in the end. And the wound will return to its original shape. A mortal body heals automatically. Sounds like some big bosses. Qiye, it's people like this who defeated Genma and his team, you must defeat them. Uchiha Qiye took over this A-level mission. This time, he had no partner and went to the depths of the desert alone. Looking at Qiye's back, 3rd generation steadily exhaled a smoke ring. It seems that Qiye has let go of his stubbornness towards the Uchiha family. Such a talent will stay in Konoha, which will be of great benefit to Konoha. I hope he can play well in this mission. Generally speaking, it is very difficult for newly promoted ninjas to perform missions in foreign countries. This pressure comes from all sides. Just as 3rd Hokage was thinking, the door suddenly opened. An old man with a cane came out from outside. The old man was wearing bandages all over his body, and his face was extremely gloomy. This is Shimura Danzo. Chapter 42. Advertisement. The door to Hokage's office suddenly opened. An elderly man with crutches and bandages suddenly walked in. That is Shimura Danzo. His face was gloomy. Danzo, what's the matter here? Hiruzen, I heard that you promoted Uchiha Qiye to jonin. Yes, he has the strength to defeat Kakashi, and now he is a good age of 17. The village just needs to be eclectic, and the amount can be applied. Humph. Danzo's ravaged face twitched slightly. Uchiha Qiye's previous information was investigated by them. Since I entered the ninja school, I have been sleeping most of the time, and I have never passed the graduation test. Such a person, however, has grown by leaps and bounds after graduation, defeating Kakashi, who is known as a genius in one fell swoop. Although there is a fluke element, it has to be doubtful. Hiruzen, don't you think Uchiha Qiye's strength has improved too fast? Maybe he was hiding his true power before, and he would take revenge on Konoha after he took control of everything. It has to be said that Danzo's vigilance is still quite high. But the previous Qiye really didn't hide his strength, he was a real dish. Danzo continued. Hiruzen, do you remember that Uchiha Qiye was the second loophole in Itachi's execution of our mission? He didn't kill that guy at the beginning. Was this really an accident? Maybe this Uchiha Qiye was the one that the Uchiha clan planted in Konoha. Eyeliner. Sarutobi Hiruzen can't stand this old friend anymore. Danzo, you're too much. It was Itachi who helped us solve the civil strife in Konoha. He is a great ninja, and his younger brother is also the one we promised to protect. Uchiha Qiye didn't do anything to hurt Konoha, and was active during the mission. 3rd generation put their trust in him. 3rd Hokage is not ashamed of Danzo's lust and sin. Danzo, Qiye is my person now. You should take care of your own roots. Don't think I don't know what you are doing secretly. If it is not for the overall situation of the village, you think I will turn a blind eye one eye. Sarutobi Hiruzen gave Danzo a cold look. He is Hokage. Danzo is also a Konoha executive. Both sides were second Hokage's escorts, and they have gone through decades of ups and downs together. There are a few hairs on the body that all know each other clearly. Danzo's face froze, and then he chuckled again. Hiruzen, you are still too naive. Several ninjas in the village have been missing for a long time, so is my subordinate Ding Shui, but he disappeared during the mission. Leave aside the matter of Ding Shui, don't you think it's suspicious that the Sarutobi Kirito and the special jonin of your Sarutobi clan have disappeared so inexplicably? There is no clue about this matter until now, and 3rd generation is also very helpless. What, Danzo, do you have any clues about this? No clues, not a single clue, but that's the strangest thing. Danzo's only outside look was towards the Hokage statue in the distance. Hiruzen, my intuition tells me that this has something to do with the Uchiha clan. Hey, who else is in the Uchiha clan now? Do you want to say Uchiha Sasuke or Uchiha Qiye or Uchiha Itachi? After all these years, Danzo's suspicions are still so heavy. He was suspicious when the Uchiha clan was still around. This point, third Hokage couldn't be clearer. Danzo, stop your imagination. It is because of people like you that people in the village become panicked by guessing without evidence. Danzo left the Hokage office on crutches. One sentence was left. Advertisement. Hiruzen, you will regret it sooner or later. On the border of the land of wind, dust and sand are flying. There is an endless desert, the sand is rolling, and storms come from time to time. In a hidden cave, there are 3 Konoha ninjas. All 3 of them have scars more or less. It is Red Yuhi, Genma Shiranui, and Aoba of Yamashiro who are performing tasks on the border of the land of wind. Shiranui Genma's calf was bandaged on his shoulders. There are blood stains overflowing from the back of the mountain city green leaf. Compared with the 2 of them, Yuhika looked slightly better. Fortunately, none of the 3 were seriously injured. Because of the storm, the 3 were unable to move forward, and could only hide in the cave and wait for the storm to pass before heading to Sunagaku. But at this time, the 3 people's faces were solemn and full of fear. As if he was severely frightened. If it wasn't for the illusions of Hong and Yamashiro Aoba, their lives would have been lost in this mission. That happened 2 days ago, and until now they haven't recovered. The beautiful red eyes looked at Shiranui Genma and Yamashiro Aoba. Captain Xuanjian, Aoba, how are you 2 recovering from your injuries? It's all right, it's all minor injuries. After the storm passes, we can continue the mission. That monster is simply too terrifying, it is simply a ruthless killing machine, how can there be such a terrifying existence on the border of the land of wind? Thinking of this, Aoba of the mountain city swallowed directly. The 3rd Ninja War Konoha and Sand Shinobi concluded an alliance treaty. They used to push back the Rock Shinobi ninja together. The battle was also led to victory by the then Yellow Flash Namikaze Minato. In order to maintain the relationship between Konoha and Sand Shinobi, there is an annual mission to promote the exchange of ninjas between the 2 countries. This time, Yuhika, Yamashiro Aoba, and Shiranui Genma went to Sand Shinobi to discuss. Unexpectedly, before entering Sunagaku, I encountered a huge obstacle. Shiranui Genma. Our call for help has been sent to the village, and reinforcements are already on their way. The details of Shiranui Genma are explained in the scroll, and they believe that the village will send the right person. Yamashiro Aoba. Yes, at this moment, I can only trust Hokage-sama and the reinforcements. The 3 were stopped by a man in a white coat on their way to Sunagaku. The other party's eyes were dull, and he attacked them without saying a word. They didn't give the 3 of them a chance to defend themselves, and no matter what they said, the white-robed people didn't answer. Just blindly attacking, like a ruthless killing machine. Although the people in white robes are strong, their battles are very simple and straightforward. It's as if you just shot without thinking about it. The 3 of Yuhi Kane found the corresponding countermeasures, once cut off the opponent's head and stabbed the enemy's heart. In the end, they were surprised to find that the man in white robe was unscathed, and his head would automatically return to its place. The pierced heart is slowly recovering. It seemed to them immortality. The 3 of them have exhausted all the means they can use, such as detonating talisman explosions, illusion attacks, etc. After a long delay, the other party was finally unscathed. And their chakra was almost exhausted, and the white-robed man was still full of energy, attacking blindly. Seems to have endless stamina and chakra. Seeing that the situation is not good, the storm is coming. The 3 could only avoid fighting, even so, they were slightly injured in the process of escaping. Chapter 43. Advertisement. Every time they think of this, the 3 of them have lingering fears. Captain Xuanjian, was the man in white robe just now a puppet? In Sunagaku, there are ninjas who are good at puppets. Only puppets can be immortal. Impossible, the puppet must be controlled by a puppet master, the 2 cannot be too far apart, and that person has a single attack method and strange eyes, it cannot be a puppet. Magnet style. The man in the white robe who had just played against them used the ability of magnet style. Shiranui Genma suddenly thought of this. In the ninja world, magnet style's bloodline limit is also extremely rare. According to Konoha's information, only John and Troy from Cloud Shinobi Village and 3rd Kazekage from Sand Shinobi have this ability. And Troy was long dead, and 3rd Kazekage disappeared for years. The current Sunagaku is run by the 4th Kazekage. If that person is Kazekage, how could he be immortal? And the way cage level fights can't be like that. 3rd Kazekage is known as the strongest Kazekage, and if you really want to fight Yuhi, the 3 of them will not be able to escape. I don't know who Genma actually guessed it right. This white-robed man is 3rd Kazekage. He is a failure of Orochimaru Impure World Reincarnation, only 1/3 of his strength. and has been out of Orochimaru's control, which Orochimaru has long ignored. Dirty Soil Third Kage's only will is to protect Sunagaku. That's why he has been wandering on the borders of the Land of Wind, and as long as he encounters someone who goes to Sunagaku, no matter who he is, he will attack without thinking. Note: in the original, Third Kage got rid of Orochimaru's control and the soul ascended to heaven. That's how it is set up here. After a night, the storm finally stopped. Captain Genma, are we going to detour to Sunagaku? That's the only way, it'll be troublesome to encounter that dangerous person. The three bypassed a barren hill, and the surroundings were surprisingly quiet. Kill, kill, a solemn voice echoed in the thin air. The three of them were familiar with this voice, and it was they who heard the voice of the man in white robe before. The faces of the three changed suddenly. Damn it, it's a long way to go, why do you still run into it? Enter, kill without mercy. The figure of Third Kage rose slowly from the yellow sand. Shish. The three of Uchiha did not hesitate at all. He threw out several shuriken and flew towards Third Kage, with kunai carrying a detonating talisman. Boom. There was a loud noise in the silent desert, and sand and dust rose up. The figure of Third Kage emerged from that explosion. Damn it, it's still the same, it doesn't work. In addition to Yuri Infrared, Shiranui Genma and Yamashiro Aoba are all special jonin. But in the face of immortality, the people of infinite chakra are still quite helpless. Who is this person? Stop guessing, this guy probably doesn't even have a thought. Magnet style, sand and iron when it rains. Third Kage formed a seal on his hands, and behind him suddenly appeared waves of iron sand, which formed countless fine needles and rushed towards Uchiha and the three of them. Clang clang clang. The three immediately picked up kunai for defense. Shancheng Qingye used the San Chinwu technique. Quack quack. Countless black crows circled in the sky, surrounding Third Kage, blocking his sight. This buys time for Uchiha and the others. Advertisement. Xuanjian, Hong, you all go first, I'll hold him back. No, Aoba, your ninjutsu takes a lot of chakra, and it won't last long. Shiranui Genma tightly bit the 1,000 books in his mouth. Red, is your illusion still effective? No, last time I used an illusion, this guy seems to have no brains and is not under the control of my illusion at all. Wind style, great breakthrough. Suddenly, a strong wind swept the figure of Third Kage and knocked him back dozens of meters. A man dressed in Hokage style appeared before them. Asuma, it's you, Shiranui Genma cried out in surprise. The person who came was one of the 12 guardian ninjas, Asuma, the son of Third Hokage. Did Lord Hokage call you for reinforcements? Asuma's face was solemn. Leave that aside, the man in the white robe seems to be San Shinobi's Third Kage. As soon as these words came out, the expressions of the three of Shiranui Huo Xuanjian were shocked. He guessed right, this person is indeed Third Kage. Asuma, how do you know? I once read the old man's profile of third generation. There is an introduction to Third Kage. He is known as the strongest wind shadow in all dynasties and the owner of the magnet style. He disappeared for many years. How could he appear here? And now he seems to be controlled by some kind of ninjutsu, and he doesn't have the power of Kage level at all. Even so, that's not something Asuma can deal with. Magnet style, sand iron cylinder. Suddenly, the iron sand behind Third Kage formed a huge column and rushed towards Asuma. The speed was very fast, and it came to Asuma in the blink of an eye, knocking him several meters away. Poor Asuma, before he could finish speaking, before he could pretend to be enough, he was kicked away. The blood in the chest vibrated violently, and a mouthful of blood spit out from his mouth. Damn it, even so, can't I do it? Kurenai Yuhi. Snorted softly. Cold, so cold. The desert was supposed to be hot and dry, but all of a sudden. Kurenai Yuhi and the others felt a chill. Third Kage looked at these people indifferently, expressionless. Kill. The huge cuboid, rhombus, and cylinder formed by black sand and iron, all smashed towards Uchiha and the others. The speed is fast and the attack range is huge, and Uchiha and the others are unavoidable. Damn it, at the hands of such a zombie. Click, click. The three huge objects suddenly stopped just a few meters away from them. Its surface was covered with a thick layer of ice, which gradually eroded the sand and iron inside. In the end, the black was completely erased, and it looked like a huge mass of ice. Red Yuhi, Genma Shiranui, Aoba Yamashiro, and Asuma were all stunned. What's going on here? From this chill, they could sense this terrifying power. It was the coldness that hit the soul directly, and it was terrifying. Red, as an illusion ninja, has a very sensitive perception. This slight chill had the power to make her feel at ease. Suddenly, a familiar figure appeared in front of them. That was the man they had all met on the training ground, Uchiha Qiye. Are you all okay? Uchiha Qiye asked softly. This scene was really shocking, I didn't know who Oshwanjian and the others couldn't react for a while. Yuri Hong's beautiful eyes looked at this back, her sullen expression made her small mouth open into an O shape. Swallowed. Uchiha Qiye, did third Hokage send you here? Well, yes, I'm here to reenact chapter 44. Advertisement. The reinforcement turned out to be Qiye. Not long after Qiye became jonin, third generation let him participate in this mission, which is a lot of trust. Hong Yuhi. Qiye-kun, are you the only reinforcement? Well, yes, just me. One person, how could one person, the other party is third cage. It's still a cage who can't be killed. Since Uchiha Qiye came for reinforcements alone. So what is Asuma here for? Everyone's suspicious eyes glanced at Asuma, only to find that Asuma had already been knocked unconscious by the heavy blow just now. Kurenai Yuhi and the others could feel the icy chill that seemed to be emanating from Uchiha Qiye. In other words, are the huge objects formed by the black sand controlled by him? They didn't understand that Uchiha Qiye didn't use this ability when he fought against Kakashi. For Qiye, they are still skeptical. Yuhi Hong was the first to remind. Qiye-kun, be careful, Asuma said this person is Sand Shinobi's third cage, and he has the ability to kill him no matter what. Well, because this person is from Impure World Reincarnation. Impure World Reincarnation. Whether it's Yuhi Hiro or Shiranui Genma, it's the first time they've heard this word. Impure World Reincarnation is a forbidden technique developed by second Hokage, and he did not pass on this ninjutsu. There are records in the Book of Seals and other sealed scrolls. Qiye gave them a brief introduction. Hong Yuhi. I didn't expect this to be Nadime's ninjutsu. Don't worry, the third cage from Impure World Reincarnation doesn't even have 1/3 of his strength. Now Yuhika and the others only rely on Uchiha Qiye. Asuma was instantly killed by the opponent, and the three of them were more or less injured. Third Hokage only sent Uchiha Qiye alone, and they could only choose to believe. He chatted briefly with Hong Yuhi and the others. Uchiha Qiye's icy gaze looked at third cage in the distance. I saw that third cage was still controlling the changes in this sand iron. But the large cylinders, diamond columns, and cuboids that have been frozen have been unable to move. Although in front of third cage's mind there is only the will to kill. But this icy chill made him instinctively take a few steps back. Fear is natural and cannot be erased. The sand and iron left behind rolled and turned. Suddenly, black sand and iron swept in the direction of Uchiha Qiye and the others like waves. This desert is his home ground. Whether it's black sand iron or regular sand, third cage can handle it with ease. The iron sand rushed towards Uchiha Qiye like a huge wave. This is not the same level as the power that attacked Kurenai Yuhi before. Shiranui Shwanjian, who was holding 1,000 copies in his mouth, couldn't help but tremble slightly at the corners of his mouth. In front of this huge wave and sand sea, they looked so weak. It is unimaginable that at this moment they are using all their strengths. In the end, there is only one result, being involved in the wave of the sand sea and becoming a part of it. Seemingly feeling the unusualness of Uchiha Qiye, third cage also used his ultimate move. Miss Hong, are you hot? Red Yuhi. Shiranui Shwanma. Yamashiro Aoba. *****. I thought to myself, big brother, we are all about to be submerged by the sand sea. Are you still in the mood to talk about something else here? Is this a bad joke? And it's not funny at all, okay. Although they thought so in their hearts, the three of them nodded subconsciously. The weather in the desert is not hot. Advertisement. So, have you ever experienced the feeling of going from hot to cold, ice and fire? Before Yuhika and the others could answer, Uchiha Qiye turned to face the endless sand waves. Ice Age. Swish. Suddenly, a layer of silver-white ice crystals appeared in the endless yellow desert. The giant tide sand sea was frozen in an instant. At first glance, it is an endless ice and snow. The temperature between heaven and earth dropped suddenly. At this moment, Kurenai Yuhi and the others finally understood what Qiye meant. What is the double world of ice and fire? His body shivered coldly. Uchiha Qiye didn't stop. The scarlet Sangoyu right eye pupil changed into the shape of a shuriken. The black circle pupil focused on the direction of third cage. Godly. In an instant, Qiye's figure appeared behind third cage. With a light tap with his cold fingers, third cage also turned into an ice sculpture at this moment. Hey, Aoba, did you see it just now? No, I didn't see how that guy Qiye got behind third cage in an instant. Furthermore, how did he achieve this level of freezing range? The instant body technique just now made them think of Konoha's fourth Hokage, Yellow Flash. Is this really the ability of the Uchiha family? Apart from Sharingan, isn't the Uchiha family the best at fire style? This guy Qiye is a monster. Yamashiro Aoba. Shwanjian, you can remove this word, this guy is a monster. Previously Uchiha Qiye defeated Kakashi, they thought there was a fluke ingredient. After all, Kakashi's Sharingan has not been used yet. And now, that doubt has disappeared in an instant. Even if Kakashi is here today, Qiye can't do it. Suddenly, they understood why the third generation only let Uchiha Qiye come alone. The difference in strength between them is like a gulf, and it is no longer on the same level. Yuri Hong's beautiful eyes looked at Qiye's back, and he could no longer guess this man. She heard from Anko that Uchiha Qiye is strong, but until today. Only then did I realize how exaggerated the difference between the two was. Shiranui Genma said. Both are special jonin, why are you so different? This freezing range, this power, I am afraid it is the forbidden technique of S grade. His eyes were dull, he didn't expect Konoha village to have such a strong man besides Hokage. This guy is still so young, that's why the Uchiha clan is so prolific. No, for Qiye, the word genius has become an insult, he is a demon. Genma Shiranui, who was holding 1,000 copies in his mouth, was completely convinced. Uchiha Qiye walked in front of them at this time, looked at the dull eyes of the three, and asked carefully, are you guys cold? Hong Yuhi three shook their heads at the same time. No, it's not cold. Do you want me to unfreeze it? No, temporarily, not for the time being, it's better to cool down. As jonin, they suddenly stuttered when they spoke. Third Kazekage can appear in the land of winds as impure world reincarnation, no need to think about it. Qiye knew that this was Orochimaru's masterpiece. With a slight smile, it seems that Orochimaru is also taking great pains to deal with third Hokage. It has been improving the purity of impure world reincarnation, so that the strength of the deceased can reach the peak level of his life. Obviously, he failed, and this third Kazekage is far from peak strength. And also got rid of Orochimaru's control and became a zombie. At this moment, Asuma, who was lying in the distance, clutched his aching chest and woke up. Seeing this icy and snowy scene, I felt the bone-chilling cold. Asuma was stunned. Who am I and where am I? Chapter 45. Advertisement. Asuma woke up and saw this icy scene, completely stunned. Who am I and where am I? In the blink of an eye, seeing the figure of Uchiha Qiye, there was a hint of displeasure in my heart. Why is this guy here? When I saw the beautiful shadow of Yuhi Hong, I immediately turned into a smiling face. Pidian ran over. Red, are you alright? Asuma, by the way, how are you hurt? Why are you here? Hearing Hong's words, Asuma's whole body was already fluttering. My god, beautiful Miss Hong, are you worried about me? Looking at Asuma's wretched face, Kurenai Yuhi couldn't help rolling her eyes. Asuma is slovenly, the beard on the temples is almost Li Kui, and he likes to smoke. Hong Yuhi knows that Asuma is after her, but she is not interested in Asuma. Rejected several times, if it weren't for the fact that the other party was Hokage's son. Hong long ago slapped the fan. Shiranui Xuanjian and Yamashiro Aoba looked at each other and smiled, they knew it well. It's no secret that Asuma's interest in red is among their jonin. In their opinion, Asuma is the stupid son of the landlord's family, a living licking dog. Sometimes he doesn't know what to say to him because he is Hokage's son. Ding. Company host kills 1 cage level powerhouse, kills 3 jonin mission completion rate 1/3. Open black lens bracket Mangekyo Sharingan side effects -30 close black lens bracket. I rely on. This third Kazekage is a cage level powerhouse, although only 1/3 of the strength before his death, but also has the title of Shadow. To be treated only as a jonin. Yi Chi found out that he had solved the third Kazekage, and the system counted him as jonin's head. Except for Yuhika who is chunin, Asuma and the other 3 jonin are not opponents of third Kazekage. Isn't that 1 for 3? Qiye couldn't help but complain. But the side effects of Mangekyo Sharingan are real. Just now he used Shenyu on his right eye again, and now his eyes are not so tired anymore. I don't know why, seeing Asuma injured, I don't know that Huo Xuanma and Yamashiro Aoba still have a little gloating in their hearts. Curiously asked. Asuma, Qiye-kun is a reinforcement sent by Lord Hokage to solve the third Kazekage, so why are you here? Asuma looked at Uchiha Qiye in shock. Point to Uchiha Qiye. What, you mean him? Uchiha Qiye solved the third Kazekage, and he also created this icy situation. Yeah, Qiye is stronger than we thought, thanks to him this time. Shiranui Genma replied without hesitation. At this time, Asuma only felt cold all over, and did not dare to look directly at Uchiha Qiye. He was stunned by third Kazekage in one move just now. And Uchiha Qiye was able to create such a glacier scene and solve the third Kazekage. This has completely deterred Asuma. In other words, the current Uchiha Qiye has cage level strength, and in his own village, only his father, third Hokage, can match him. Asuma touched the back of his head and smiled awkwardly. I sneaked out of the village secretly. What? Shiranui Genma and the two looked at the direction Asuma was looking at, and then at Yuhika Red, and they understood in an instant. I saw your squad's distress signal from the third-generation old man, and rushed over without stopping. I'm here to help you. The two of Yamashiro Aoba looked at each other. I thought to myself, you are not here to help us, you are here to save the beauty as a hero. Without the instructions of the top officials of Konoha, ninjas who leave the village without permission will be treated as traitors. In serious cases, Anbu will even be chased and killed. But Asuma is different, he is the son of Hokage, the official second generation. Advertisement. Just being able to do whatever you want. If it wasn't for the appearance of Uchiha Qiye in this mission, their team would be responsible for any accidents. It can be said that the arrival of Asuma did not help, and it was even a burden. As the captain, Genma Shiranui, because of Asuma's identity, can't say anything. They dare not say, Red is different. Immediately scolded. Asuma, do you know the consequences of the ninja going out of the village without permission? Besides, you are also disobeying the ninja's ban. Hong, listen to me, I'm worried about you and your safety. Besides, I have registered with Azumo Zidetsu. Even if the old third generation finds out, he won't say anything. This is a blatant show-off. My lousy is Hokage, what's wrong, problem? Hong cast a contemptuous look at Asuma. As a jonin, she doesn't even have the consciousness of a ninja, and she is proud of herself, which makes her feel that this is an insult to the ninja. Without Uchiha Qiye, Asuma's behavior is purely a gift, meaningless. Hong Yuhi ignored Asuma and turned to Qiye. Qiye-kun, thank you this time. It's okay, that's my job. From the eyes of Hong Yuhi, Qiye felt a trace of disgust for Asuma. Curiously, I did a Sharingan favorability query. This can not only check other people's goodwill towards him, but also check other people's goodwill towards others. There is also no need to enter the Sharingan state. Name: Yuhika. Age: 23. Height: 169.1 centimeters. Weight: 54.4 kilograms. Personality: careful. Blood type: AB. Hobbies: drinking night wine. Favorability: target: open black lens bracket ding. Please choose a target for host. Close black lens bracket. Sarutobi Asuma. Confirmed. Target: Sarutobi Asuma. Yuhi Red's favorability rating: 55. 55 turned out to be 55. You know, even strangers who don't know each other have an average likability of 60. If it is less than 60, then there is an element of disgust and disgust. Anything less is hatred and resentment. It can be seen from here that Hong Yuhi hates Asuma so much. Out of curiosity, Yichi also looked at the favorability of the other two towards Asuma. Yamashiro Aoba's favorability rating for Asuma is 62. Shiranui Genma's favorability rating for Asuma is 64. It's a common goodwill value for getting to know each other. It seems that Asuma's reputation during the same period was not very good. Uchiha Qiye looked at Yuhika's favorability value for them. Red Yuhi has a favorability rating of 72 for Yamashiro Aoba, and 73 for Genma Shiranui. This is a good feeling between good friends. In the end, Qiye was surprised to find that Hong Yuhi had a favorable opinion of her at 75. There is no way, maybe he is the most handsome of the group. In addition, the favorability value of saving them just now has increased. Seeing Uchiha Qiye looking at them with curious eyes, Yuhika couldn't help asking. Qiye-kun, what are you looking at? Chapter 46. Advertisement. Kurenai Yuhi. Qiye-kun, what are you looking at? It's nothing, how are you hurt? At the moment, except for Uchiha Qiye who is relaxed, Yuhi Hong and the others are all injured. Especially Asuma. Madara bloodline can be seen on the chest of the ninja vest. You must have cooled down, right? Without a word, Qiye restored the Ice Age to its original state. The icy sky and snow turned into a vast desert in an instant. Only the third cage is an ice sculpture. In the face of Impure World Reincarnation's corpse, in addition to using the seal technique, there is also a yin-yang escape that has an effect on it. Qiye's divine control is a net of blood, and there are yin and yang escapes, but it is an auxiliary ninjutsu, and it is not aggressive. He has his own way, and he can also seal it. However, Qiye still chose to use the ability to freeze, directly freezing third cage's body into a molecular state. Click. If it is directly shattered with a punch, the normal freezing will return to its original state in about 7 days. It can also be quickly defrosted after being baptized with water. It takes a lot of power to freeze a person into a molecular state. Now Qiye doesn't care. Qiye's fluent shot also stunned everyone. Asuma was a little fortunate in his heart that Uchiha Qiye belonged to their Konoha, if it were another village ninja. That will be Konoha's biggest challenge. Qiye-kun, are you going back to the village now? No, third generation wants me to participate in your mission, and finally return to the village with you. Hearing such words, Shiranui Xuanjian and Yamashiro Aoba breathed a sigh of relief. With a powerful partner like Qiye, they are very relieved. Immediately, their eyes turned to Asuma. Asuma, what about you? You came out privately, and now you are injured again. Why don't you go back to the village to recover? Asuma doesn't want to leave. There is Red here, he is here for this. Cough cough. This little injury is nothing. I will also carry out the mission with you. Don't worry, I will tell you from the third generation old man. Shiranui Genma and Yamashiro Aoba looked at each other. Your chest is bleeding, it's still a small injury. Right now, Asuma wants to follow Genma Shiranui as the captain, and it's not easy to refuse. But he won't be used to it, because Asuma's injury has been postponed. They were supposed to be delayed by this zombie for a while. They continued in the direction of Sunagaku. And Asuma's injury, let him deal with it by himself. In the vast desert, without the obstruction of zombies, the atmosphere becomes much more relaxed. Red Yuhi stared at Uchiha Qiye with her beautiful eyes and asked curiously. How did you cultivate to become so strong? It's a fact that every ninja wants to be strong. When they saw Qiye showing cage-level strength, they were envious. At the same time, I am curious about Qiye's cultivation method. Shiranui Genma and the others were also looking forward to Qiye's answer. I practice, I just sleep, I don't have time to practice, and then I become stronger like this. Shiranui Schwanma, Yamashiro Aoba, Asuma. This time Uchiha Qiye can swear to the gods, he didn't lie. Sleeping is his practice. Shiranui Genma and the others have doubts in their hearts, they can become stronger if they sleep. Then they have slept for so many years, why haven't they grown a little bit? Could it be that this is the unique cultivation method of the Uchiha clan, only applicable to the people of the Uchiha clan? Advertisement. Hong Yuhi smiled lightly, and he looked very serious, not perfunctory at all. She had a 5-point belief in her heart. Qiye continued. Everyone has different cultivation methods and different ninjutsu skills. Sleeping is the most suitable cultivation method for me, so you have to find your own way to become stronger. Red Yuhi and the others nodded, that was indeed the truth. It didn't take long for them to see the skyline canyon outside Sunagaku. The destination has finally arrived. In the land of wind, Sunagaku, there is an unprecedented riot. One-tail Shuhei went berserk again. The eyes of a girl with a yellow pineapple head are filled with tears. Father, how did the younger brother become like that? There was also a little boy with a patterned face standing beside him. Tamari, Konkuro, you follow the villagers to the safe area to escape, and leave the matter of Gaara to me. Fourth cage Luo Sha had a solemn expression, clenching his teeth and staring at Shuhei. The girl with the yellow pineapple head and the boy with the tattoo on her face are 11-year-old Tamari and 10-year-old Konkuro. Now they are genin. Hey, hey hey, Shuhei's bloated body roared up to the sky, and it seemed to burst out the resentment in his body. Hey, for so many years, Laozi has never come out since he was sealed in the body of that old monk. Now Laozi has come out again. I want to destroy, I want to destroy. Shuhei's distinctive voice echoed in the air. Fourth cage hovers in the air with his feet on gold sand. Gaara, have you still failed? Don't lose to Shukaku, suppress it. The wind roared and dust spread over Sand Shinobi. Wind style, practice empty bombs. Shuhei suddenly took a breath, and his bloated belly swelled into a spherical shape. Beat your chest and feet. Straight out of his mouth, he spit out a huge wind ball that rolled towards Sunagaku. Sand shield. Hoo-hoo. At the same time, Gaara's father fourth cage Luo Sha also shot. The wall formed by the vast golden sand blocked the huge wind ball. The strong impact made the golden sand wall twist and deform. This is the power of the tail beast. Luo Sha's face was gloomy. The power of Shuhei's rampage this time is stronger than ever before. In the past, he could barely suppress it with gold sand, but today, it seems that he has more than his heart and is not enough. If Gaara doesn't wake up in time to suppress Shukaku, then their Sunagaku will be completely destroyed by Shukaku. Gaara, come on. Outside Sunagaku, Genma Shiranui shows the quest scroll to Sand Shinobi's guards. Sand Shinobi's ninjas are embarrassed. Ninja of Konoha, this mission is over, you should go back first. When Shiranui Genma and the others came here, they realized that something was wrong. There used to be dozens of Sand Shinobi ninjas guarding this place, but today there are only a few scattered people. Are you kidding me? This is a mission that Sand Shinobi and the Konoha Alliance have been doing every year since we came here after all the hard work, but you told us to go back. The Sand Shinobi ninja also looked embarrassed, and one of the people next to him poked him. Now the situation is critical, one more person and more strength, let the ninjas of Konoha help, otherwise the village will soon disappear. Seeing the solemn expressions of the two, Qiye performed a chakra perception. He felt a powerful chakra wreaking havoc within Sunagaku. Such a behemoth is already at the level of a tailed beast. Shuhei, go wild. Chapter 47. Advertisement. Shuhei, go wild. That Sand Shinobi ninja said word by word. Yuri hung. Shiranui Huo Xuanjian's faces suddenly changed. They don't know the power of the tailed beast. They all experienced the Nine Tails rebellion in Konoha back then, but they were protected by the village as a new force. Red's father Yuhi Mako died in the Nine Tails incident. One-tail Shukuru is the only tailed beast of Sunagaku, which is no secret in the ninja world. When the first Five Shadows convention was held, first Hokage Hashirama divided the tail beasts equally at the convention. At that time, Sunagaku already had show cranes, so there was no need for tailed beasts. All they want is money and fertile land. In today's ninja world, only Cloud Shinobi Village can perfectly control the tailed beast. The tailed beasts of other ninja villages are a double-edged sword. Okay, Konoha's ninjas, the real situation has been told to you, and your mission may not be completed. You should go back to Konoha. We have to participate in the evacuation of the villagers, and we can't entertain you. After speaking, the two Sand Shinobi ninjas hurried away. In fact, Konoha and Sand Shinobi have always had a good relationship after the conclusion of the Alliance Treaty in the Third Ninja War. Participating in Orochimaru's destruction plan is just being used as a tool by greed. Otherwise, after Gaara is captured, Konoha will not send Naruto and others to participate in such an important rescue mission. Captain Genma, the tailed beasts are in chaos in Sand Shinobi now, what should we do? Kazuki-sama must be fighting against the tailed beasts. The 1,000 books in Shiranui Genma's mouth kept moving. Silence for a few seconds. The most important thing for us ninjas is to complete the mission. How can I go back without seeing Master Kazuyage? Besides, the Land of Wind is our ally, so it should be possible for us to participate in the rescue work. What do you think, Qiye? Shiranui Genma also sought Qiye's opinion. Yes, I support your approach, Captain Xuanjian. Shiranui Genma communicated with those Sand Shinobi ninjas. The Sand Shinobi ninja also said excitedly with gratitude. Thank you for your willingness to help in the rescue work. Thank you very much this time. At this point, Sunagaku was in chaos. One-tail Shuhei is still destroying unscrupulously. The binding of sand. The giant golden hand displayed by 4th Kazekage Luo Sha grabs the show crane. One of the 3 giant hands formed by alluvial gold grabbed Shuhei's tail and the other grabbed its neck. There was another one that directly grabbed Shuhei's huge body. Shuhei. Damn, it's 4th Kazekage, do you still want to stop me now? If you continue, the life of this kid will be gone. Shuhei is not completely liberated, and Gaara still has a seal that seals it. For a while, Shuhei couldn't break free from the shackles of the 3 giant hands. The villagers of Sand Shinobi saw 4th Kazekage restrain Shukaku's movements. All are delighted. That's great, Master Fengying is really amazing. Lord Fengying, quickly get rid of that monster. Sure enough, all we can rely on is Lord Fengying. ... Hey, you people, don't look, go to the shelter. Shuhei's huge body was still slowly squirming. Puff. 4th Kazekage Luo Sha spat out a mouthful of blood. The double consumption of chakra and physical strength, even he can't last long. In the past, he used this move to restrict Shukaku's movements, and then Gaara's consciousness would slowly wake up. In the end, Shuhei will be suppressed by Gaara and return to the sealed state. What Luo Sha did not expect was that Shuhei's power was stronger than ever before. Come on, Gaara. Advertisement. Shiranui Genma. Is that the one-tail Shuzu? It's the first time I've seen other tailed beasts besides 9 tails. A part of Sunagaku has become a ruin, which shows the destructive power of the tailed beast. All countries and villages use the tailed beast as a nuclear weapon, and they are all looking for a way to control the tailed beast. Hiei glanced at Shuhei's huge figure, and the corner of his mouth rose slightly. This civet cat is quite angry when he wakes up. Red Yuhi and the others followed Sand Shinobi's ninja to evacuate the villagers. Suddenly, Hiei was not found. Kurenai Yuhi. Captain Genma, have you seen Kie-kun? Hey, wasn't he still here just now? Yamashiro Aoba searched everywhere but couldn't see Kie's figure. Suddenly he patted his head. That kid, won't you deal with the tailed beast? Everyone was stunned, and there was indeed such a possibility. Asuma on the side said disdainfully. Uchiha Qiye doesn't really think that he can do everything, he is a tailed beast, and some things still require self-knowledge. Namikaze Minato, who holds the title of Yellow Flash, sealed 9 tails at the expense of his own life. The previous fight between Qiye and 3rd Kazekage was brilliant, but it wasn't enough. Asuma and the others know that the 3rd Kazekage after this filth is far less powerful than before. And now, it's the tailed beast to face. Asuma just thought it was the youthful frivolity of young people. Hong Yuhi was a little worried in her heart. Hiei-kun, do what you can. The huge Sunagaku, only 4th Kazekage fights Shukaku alone. Mother-in-law Chiyo and his younger brother have long since retreated behind the scenes, and they don't care about the safety of the village. In the whole of Sunagaku, the only jonin who can be named is Baki. This is even worse than when Namikaze Minato dealt with Nine Tails alone. At that time, Namikaze Minato had third Hokage persevering. And now the fourth Kazekage Luo Sha is really the only one. Click, click, cracks have appeared in the golden giant hand that binds Shuhei. It won't be long before Shuhei will be completely free from the bondage. Fourth Kazekage Luo Sha's chakra consumes a lot, and it's really powerless at that time. Gaara, the survival of the village depends on you alone. Boom. A loud noise came from above Sand Shinobi. Shukaku's tail completely threw off the shackles of the giant golden hand. The alluvial gold wrapped around it also fell to the ground. Hey, I'm finally free again, Luo Sha, this level of restraint can no longer trap this uncle, haha. Shuhei's strange and magnetic voice seemed to let the villagers see despair. Panic and fearful. Rosa. Is this the end? Suddenly, a small dot appeared in Shuhei's huge cross eye. A slight voice came into Shuhei's ears. Hey, Stinky Tanuki, have you had enough? Only then did Shuhei realize that a young figure appeared in front of him at some point in time. It said impatiently, "Who are you, kid? Don't disturb the happiness of this uncle." Sharingan. In Uchiha Qiye's right eye pupil, the Guyu turned into a shuriken and turned rapidly. Shuhei's head became dizzy as if he saw a flower. Everyone was shocked to find that Shuhei's huge body was rapidly shrinking. In the end, he fell from the sky in the form of a child. How is this going? Chapter 48. Advertisement. Third Kazekage Luo Sha was quite puzzled when he saw a figure appearing in front of Shuhei. It doesn't look like their Sunagaker, nor does it have a forehead protector. He doesn't know the identity of the person in front of him. When he was still guessing the identity of Uchiha Qiye, he was surprised to find that Shuhei's huge body was shrinking rapidly. Did Gaara's will suppress Shukaku, or was that stranger's hands and feet? The scene in front of him was so weird that even Shuhei, who couldn't suppress it, actually changed back in an instant. In the end, Shuhei's huge body completely turned into the appearance of a child and fell down. Sunagaker's ninjas were excited to see this scene. It's Lord Fengying. Lord Fengying successfully suppressed Shuhei. Yeah, as expected of our Lord Fengying, it's really amazing. The villagers wept with joy. Everyone was relieved to see the huge monster disappear. Master Fengying is really handsome. This is God bless our village. Wow, we won. ... Suddenly, Sunagaker burst into an earth-shattering cheer. Tamari wiped the naked sleep from the corner of his eyes. Excitedly, "Father, you have finally succeeded." Wanting to know the condition of his younger brother, he immediately ran out of the safe zone. Qiye looked at Gaara, who had passed out. Now Gaara is about the same age as Naruto, a cute little boy. That's right, Qiye used his Sharingan to control Shuhei just now. He wanted to try his pupil strength. After sleeping for so long, he who already had Mangekyo naturally wanted to try the effect on the tailed beast. In addition to making the tailed beast recognized as the perfect Jinchuriki, humans have other ways to control the tailed beast. One is the Sharingan of the Uchiha family. Another is wood style by first Hokage Senju Hashirama. Uchiha Madara used Sharingan to control Nine Tails. Under the guidance of the office, the masked man Obito also used Sharingan to control Nine Tails. And now Uchiha Qiye, who has already used Mangekyo Sharingan, wants to try his pupil power against one-tail Shukaku. He had this idea when he first started outside. Otherwise, they wouldn't intervene in Sunagaker's affairs. Sunagaker's survival has nothing to do with him, and he will not take the initiative to destroy it. Nor will they be kind enough to help. Of course, it's different if you offend him. Qiye clapped her hands. Now her pupil power controls one tail, simple and easy. Because Jinchuriki are physically strong and tailed beasts, they are generally not afraid of illusions. Nine Tails were still wild when Madara controlled them. Obito's control of Nine Tails also takes Nine Tails out of Kushina's physical strength. Open black lens bracket ding. Congratulations to host for controlling the tailed beast for the first time. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Chakra grows again. Close black lens bracket. 4 purple flames. What does Qiye want this thing? It's just the enchantment launched by the dead. At the same time, Qiye felt that Chakra, who had just exhausted his pupil power, had recovered. The stamina of Chakra surged again. With one tail, this experiment. Qiye believes that his pupil power will not be a problem to control the wild Nine Tails. At this time, Gaara also woke up in a daze. Did you save me? He was in Shuhei's body just now, and he also knew something about the situation outside. He could feel that it was the person in front of him who stopped Shukaku's riot. It also allowed him to regain his will and suppressed Shuhei. Thank you. Your name is Gaara, right? Remember, this power is not terrible, your very existence is very valuable. With a simple sentence, Gaara's face flushed. Except for Yashimaru, This is the first time anyone has spoken to him like this. Advertisement. Qiye didn't know that his words would affect Gaara's life, as if he had gained a little fanboy. Just like Orochimaru found Kimimaro, Kimimaro and Orochimaru. You found flowers, I found you. That's what it means. In addition to Kimimaro, Shigego feels that only Kimimaro can save him. Just because of Kimimaro's words, Sasuke is like my reincarnation. After that, Shigego willingly followed Sasuke. Gaara is in such a mood now. He felt that only the person in front of him could save him. Qiye never imagined that Gaara was so inexplicably brainwashed by himself. At this time, 4th Kazekage Luo Sha and Temari also arrived here. Gaara, are you okay? It's okay, sister. Temari was stunned, she hadn't seen Temari call him sister for a long time. Immediately touched Gaara's forehead. This child, do you have a fever? 4th Kazekage Luo Sha looked at Uchiha Qiye in surprise. You are. Lord Kazekage, I'm a ninja of Konoha, and I'm here to participate in the mission between the two villages. Luo Sha remembered that after Konoha and Sand Shinobi formed an alliance, they would have this task every year. Last year was their Sand Shinobi's ninja to Konoha, this year was Konoha's ninja to their Sand Shinobi visit. Sand Shinobi's intelligence department did tell him before that someone from Konoha will come today. He happened to encounter Shuhei's riot, and he forgot all about it. At this time, a small part of Sunagakur was destroyed by shukaku. Gaara, did you suppress shukaku yourself? Well, it's me, thanks to this big brother. Luo Sha glanced at Qiye in surprise, it seemed that the figure just now was the young man in front of him. Temari walked up to Qiye and bowed to him. Thank you for saving my brother. Red Yuri, Genma Shiranui, and the others also arrived here. Qiye, are you alright? Fine. Shiranui Genma immediately took out the quest scroll and showed it to Luo Sha. Lord Fengying, this is our mission scroll. Well, I see, it's getting late, I'll send ninjas to communicate with you tomorrow. That's going to be troublesome for Kazekage-sama. Baki, settle Konoha's ninja first, and let the rest of the ninja deal with this ruin. Tonight, Qiye and the others stayed at Sunagakur. Outside, the dust was rolling and the wind was howling. The house where Qiye and the others live is indeed warm. The exotic desert style also has a unique flavor. Shiranui Genma asked Qiye curiously. Qiye, you appeared where the tailed beast was today. Did you stop its riot? That's it. Shiranui Genma and Yamashiro Aoba swallowed. I can't help but doubt myself, are they really the same special jonin? The shock Uchiha Qiye brought to them was too great. First defeated the 3rd Kazekage, and now suppressed the tailed beast's riot. No one can do it in Konoha village except Hokage. The two gave Qiye a thumbs up. Qiye, you are amazing. Qiye gave Shiranui Genma and Yamashiro Aoba a very good feeling. It doesn't show the noble and arrogant Uchiha clan. Before the Uchiha clan was destroyed, they had seen geniuses like Uchiha Itachi and Uchiha Shisui. They give the impression of being unattainable and not good at talking. Although Qiye's strength made them unattainable, they were quite comfortable to talk to. Hearing that Qiye suppressed the riot of the tailed beast, Asuma's hand holding the cigarette couldn't help trembling. What kind of monster is this guy? Chapter 49. Advertisement. Ding, congratulations to host for completing a sleeping experience in Sunagakur, the land of winds. Open black lens bracket Mangekyo Sharingan side effects -50 close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket full of energy close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket full of power close black lens bracket. When he woke up, Qiye felt very refreshed. After swept away the fatigue of yesterday, my whole body became very comfortable. It is already noon. About the quest, Genma Shiranui and the others went to communicate with the ninja Sand Shinobi. Uchiha Qiye's job was to escort them. Qiye-kun, are you up yet? There was a knock on the door outside. Qiye stretched and opened the door to take a look. Miss Hong, is it you? Has the task been completed? Because Genma Shiranui and the others were already waiting outside Sunagakur, Hong Yuhi came to call Qiye specially. Last night Qiye looked at the stars in the sky, and fell asleep after looking at it. A piece of transparent glass is placed behind the ceiling, and you can enjoy the night view like sleeping in the wild. The sound insulation of the house is also good, even if the wind is howling outside and the sand is rolling. It was surprisingly quiet inside, and only the slightest sound of wind could be heard in my ears. Makes you sleepy. Sleeping in Sunagakur is an experience I've never had before, it's so comfortable. He woke up full of energy and vitality. After a while, he came out of the room. Miss Hong, is your mission completed? Well, the village's mission in Sand Shinobi has been completed, and our injuries are almost healed. Captain Genma and the others are already in the canyon. Wait there, we can go back to the village. There are too many beauties and goddesses in this world, and it's hard to come here. Saying you have no idea is impossible. Uchiha Qiye is not a saint. A beauty like red is quite cute. Outside Sunagaker at the Skyline Canyon. Asuma saw Yuhika and Uchiha Qiye appearing together, and felt a little unhappy. 4th Kazekage Luasha, Gaara, Temari, Kankuro are all here. Thank you Konoha for your help this time, say hello to 3rd Hokage on my behalf. Rosa said enthusiastically. Lord Fungying, you are welcome, I will convey your words. Gaara tiptoed to Kia's side. Big brother, what's your name, will we meet again? My name is Uchiha Qiye, I'll see you when I get a chance. Qiye touched Gaara's head. I have to say, little boy Gaara is quite cute. Temari looked at this young man who made Gaara change. As this guy from the Uchiha clan. He's quite handsome. After a simple conversation, Qiye and the others rushed to Konoha's direction. Before they knew it, they had already reached the territory of the Fire Country. Sizzle. In the dense jungle, Uchiha Qiye could feel the sound of snakes spitting letters. He murmured in his heart, that guy Orochimaru, are you finally going to act? Qiye could have used Shenyu's power directly to bring himself back home in an instant. The reason why I went with Anko and the others was on the one hand a mission, on the other hand, I was waiting for news from Orochimaru. After hearing about Orochimaru, Uchiha Qiye used the clone technique quietly. His clone followed Anko and the others back to Konoha, while the main body went to Orochimaru's lair. Inside a dark cave. Advertisement. Orochimaru had an eerie smile on his pale cheeks. Sitting on the stone chair, he stretched out his long tongue and licked his lips. Kie-kun, long time no see. Orochimaru, you have absolute certainty to defeat 3rd Hokage now. Tisk tisk, of course, I have prepared a lot of work to deal with the 3rd generation old man. The old man will be surprised when he sees this lovely disciple of mine. Clap clap. Orochimaru clapped his palm a few times. 4 ninjas came out of the darkness with the forehead protector. The 4 ninjas formed seals at the same time, and suddenly, a purple formation appeared in the empty stone room. 4 purple flames. These 4 people are not the Yinyan 4 people, the current Gatongwan, Jirobo, and Tayuya are only about 10 years old. Seeing the 4 purple flame formations, Orochimaru grinned. How about it, Kie-kun, with this barrier in place, no one else can hinder my fight with the 3rd generation. Orochimaru has absolute confidence, even Konoha's Anbu and elite jonin can't break the 4 purple flame array. In this, it is the 2-person world between him and 3rd Hokage. In this way, the master and the apprentice can also have a good narration. He'd already talked to Danzo if he was going to take a shot at 3rd Hokage. Danzo and his roots will not interfere. But there is a problem right now, the enchantment technique that enveloped Konoha has changed, whether it is him or his subordinates. Entering Konoha will be perceived by Konoha's perception ninja. In the original book, the reason why Orochimaru launched the plan to destroy Konoha during the Chunin exam was a battle between master and apprentice with the 3rd generation. A large part of the reason is because of the particularity of the Chunin exam. Chunin exams, villages in other big countries, and ninjas will gather in Konoha. All kinds of ninjas gather in Konoha, all kinds of chakra. There is no need for a barrier to exist. In preparation for the Chunin exam, the perception barrier was also lifted. But the time for the Chunin exam is still far away, and Orochimaru and the others couldn't find the right time to attack the 3rd generation. He also told Uchiha Qiye about this problem. Kie-kun, you don't know what you can do in the village. Combining the inside and the outside, Qiye's strength made Orochimaru jealous. Otherwise, I wouldn't be looking for him to work with. This problem is not a problem for Qiye at all. A wicked smile appeared at the corner of Uchiha Qiye's mouth. Mr. Orochimaru, it's easy to enter Konoha without being discovered, so leave it to me. When the time comes, you only need to prepare the enchantment, and then Mr. Orochimaru, you can have a good time with your teacher. Hearing this, Orochimaru smiled grimly, exuding a terrifying aura. Then trouble Kie-kun. Uchiha Qiye looked at the purple enchantment with interest. Is this barrier strong? Of course, Kie-kun, these 4 purple flame formations are attached with purple flames. Outsiders cannot enter the interior. Once touched, they will be burned. Each of the 4 who cast this barrier has the strength not to lose to Kakashi, and Orochimaru is very confident. He continued. The only barrier stronger than the 4 purple flame formation is the 4 red yang formation, but it must be cast by 4 Hokage level powerhouses. To deal with an old man in his 70s, the 4 purple flame array is enough. Orochimaru couldn't find 4 Hokage level powerhouses to work for him either. Kie-kun, this enchantment is very strong, you can try it if you don't believe it. The 4 Jonins had great reverence for Orochimaru. Seeing that Orochimaru-sama had such a gentle attitude towards a young man, I was very upset. This is a treatment that Kimimaro has never received. Who is this guy? Can he really send us to Konoha? To be able to do things with Orochimaru, these 4 are not ordinary people. Seeing that Uchiha Qiye was going to try their enchantment, he sneered. Qiye doesn't matter, just try it. He wanted to see how strong the barrier was. Chapter 50. Advertisement. The 4 elite jonin smiled knowingly. No matter who comes, they will not destroy the 4 purple flame formation. Even Orochimaru-sama can't do it. And this little devil in front of him actually wants to try it. Sure enough, a kid is a kid, so innocent. The most powerful kid these 4 elite jonin have ever seen is Kimimaro. Kimimaro has endured Orochimaru-sama's seal of earth. He didn't dare to say that he could break the 4 purple flame formation, let alone an outsider without a curse mark. And this young man named Qiye is much bigger than Kimimaro. One of the elite jonin reminded in a dismissive tone. Qiye-kun, you have to be careful, don't blame us if you get burned. Uchiha Qiye clapped his hands indifferently. It's okay, don't get frostbitten. The 4 yin jonin were still thinking about what Qiye's words meant. Uchiha Qiye had already stretched out his right hand and slowly moved over the barrier. Is this guy going to risk his life? He has clearly reminded him not to touch it. That's what he asked for. The purple flame on the barrier will instantly turn his hand into ashes. Cut. I thought he would use some method to touch it directly with his hands. To be conservative, we should use ninjutsu to attack the barrier to test its strength. Uchiha Qiye's behavior makes these people suspicious. Can such people really lead them into Konoha? Orochimaru-sama will not be deceived by such a person. Or that this person is an undercover agent sent by Konoha, who wants to lead them into Konoha's trap. For a while, these 4 all wanted to see Qiye make a fool of himself. If it is really undercover, this enchantment can just punish him. Without him, the destruction of Konoha could proceed as originally planned. The Chunin exam is a good opportunity. Qiye's right hand was close to the barrier. He could feel the fiery temperature on the barrier. Clap. The right hand was placed directly on the barrier, and a mass of hot air suddenly evaporated in an instant, rising into the sky in the shape of a mushroom cloud. The screams that the 4 elite jonin wanted to hear never came. How can this happen? Shouldn't it? Is the script written like this? Seeing Qiye's calm expression, they couldn't help but have deep doubts. Is the script wrong? Could it be that these 4 purple flame formations are fake? Suddenly, they found that a thin layer of ice had been attached to Uchiha Qiye's right hand. Is this ice? How is this possible? The ice has not been eroded by this purple flame. The flaming purple flames not only did not melt the ice, but the flames stopped and were directly covered by the ice. The 4 were completely dumbfounded. They suddenly found that with Qiye's right hand as the center, the entire enchantment was slowly being eroded by the ice layer. In a few breaths, this huge 4 purple flame formation was covered with a layer of ice crystals. The rate of freezing is still spreading. The 4 of them are maintaining the barrier, and they can't get out of it at all. He watched helplessly as his body was being covered by ice. Until then, a terrifying chill spread through the dark stone chamber. These 4 elite jonin were like being placed between the ice and snow, their whole body shivering from being frozen. What's the matter? The enchantment is gone. Yes, I can't feel it either. The 4 purple flame array is maintained by these 4 people. Now they can't feel the chakra that maintains the enchantment. When they tried to break free from the ice covering themselves, they found that they couldn't break free. A strong sense of crisis arises spontaneously. I haven't had this kind of fear in my heart for a long time. Advertisement. It was stronger than the fear they felt when they first saw Lord Orochimaru. The pupils who looked at Uchiha Qiye shrank suddenly. Did this guy do it? What did he do? Qiye let go of his right hand, and the ice layer on his hand had disappeared. Shakes the remaining ice beads from his hand. The 4 purple flame formation did have some ways, and it took him several seconds to completely freeze it. No wonder when Orochimaru fought against 3rd Hokage, 3rd generation didn't think about breaking the barrier. It is estimated that the cost of breaking and the return are not proportional. In this case, it's better to keep your stamina, chakra, and use it to deal with Orochimaru. Under everyone's astonished gaze, Uchiha Qiye punched the frozen barrier. Click, click, cracks appeared immediately and became bigger and bigger. With a bang, the huge barrier shattered and collapsed. Countless pieces of ice fell to the ground. The chill emanating from Uchiha Qiye made Orochimaru tremble. Those longing eyes made him mutter to himself, Qiye-kun, you are really surprising me more and more. What Orochimaru didn't expect was that Uchiha Qiye could destroy the 4 purple flame formations in just a few breaths. And it was very easy. Seeing the 4 motionless ice sculptures, Qiye thought for a while. If these 4 people are not killed, anyway, he still lacks experience, so let's use them to make up for it. Watching Qiye slowly walk towards the frozen 4, Orochimaru got a little cold sweat on his face. Every time I see Uchiha Qiye, it always brings him a different shock. Every time it became stronger and stronger, he was thinking about what the next meeting would be like in his mind. He naturally understood what Qiye wanted to do next. Immediately said, Qiye-kun, save their lives, otherwise I will not have the manpower to carry out this 4 purple flame formation. These 4 have the strength of Kakashi, without them Orochimaru's chances of winning against 3rd Hokage will drop a lot. Sorry, Mr. Orochimaru, I almost forgot. I almost forgot, what are you talking about, didn't you just talk about how to deal with Hokage? Orochimaru was quite helpless, who let him meet such a monster? A snap. Qiye snapped his fingers. The ice layer covering the 4 ninjas disappeared instantly. In the dark space, only the sound of the 4 mouthfuls of breathing could be heard. They were just frozen and almost suffocated to death. At this moment, they understood the value of air. Just walked away just before the dead door closed. The look in Uchiha Qiye's eyes was no longer disdainful than before. It was full of fear and shock. This man is scarier than Kimimaro. No, I'm afraid he is stronger than Orochimaru-sama. The 4 ninjas were completely frozen in place. You looked at me, and I looked at you. What are you looking at? Don't you quickly thank Qiye-kun. More, thank you Lord Qiye. Compared to their previous attitudes, they are indeed much milder now. There is a reason why Orochimaru is so respectful. These people swallowed their saliva and had no doubts that Uchiha Qiye could bring them to Konoha. Are all the people of the Uchiha clan so strong, so why are they still perishing? Mr. Orochimaru, I found a suitable opportunity in Konoha to inform you immediately, you just need to prepare everything. Well, all of this will trouble you, Qiye-kun. Qiye smiled secretly, waiting for 3rd Hokage, only death. When he was about to leave this stone room, a slender figure blocked his path, followed by a childish voice. I'm here to verify the value of my existence to Orochimaru-sama. Chapter 51. Advertisement. A slender figure stood in front of Qiye, blocking his path, followed by a childish voice. I'm here to verify the value of my existence to Orochimaru-sama. What Qiye saw was a white-haired kid with 2 red dots of makeup on his forehead. The red eyeshadow looks a little petite. Kimimaro. The owner of the Dead Bone Pulse lineage of the Taketori family. It is the treasure that Orochimaru found in the Land of Water. When Kimimaro's clan tried to challenge Kurigakure, he was the only one killed in the entire clan. The fleeing Kimimaro finds the flower, and Orochimaru finds Kimimaro. In just one sentence, Orochimaru completely conquered him. Kimimaro has also been a loyal fan of Orochimaru since then, and is loyal to him. If not for a natural illness, he would be Orochimaru's most prized heir to the living corpse reincarnation. It's a pity that such a genius has not lived for a few years. Barely supported by Kabuto's medical ninjutsu and Orochimaru's spell. Uchiha Qiye looked at the skinny Kimimaro with interest. Little devil, what do you want to do? Seeing Uchiha Qiye destroy the 4 purple flame formation, Kimimaro was not afraid. I'm here to verify that you are qualified to work with Orochimaru-sama. As soon as he finished speaking, Kimimaro drew a bone spur from his body and charged towards Qiye. Orochimaru is not only a scientist, but also an educator and a philosopher. Bamalu is a living example. In Gaara's words, it was brainwashed. Those who hinder Orochimaru or are useless to Orochimaru are in Kimimaro's eyes. No one can deny Orochimaru. In Kimimaro's heart, Orochimaru is a very holy, godlike existence. If there is no injury, Jumalu's strength is indeed not bad. If he wasn't sick, Gaara, who didn't use the power of shukaku, would be no match. Of course, Kimimaro also has the bonus of Orochimaru's earth spell. Unfortunately, this time he faced Uchiha Qiye. Willow dance. Kimimaro snorted softly, and bone spurs appeared all over his body. Spinning vines pounce on Uchiha Qiye. This is a physical technique that he used in conjunction with his own bloodline limit. The action is gentle and not sloppy, and it is often a fatal move. But it's as beautiful as dancing. Ah la la, Uchiha Qiye couldn't help yawning. Now it's like Uchiha Madara is standing in front of him and trying to dance has to be weighed. This little brat, Jumalu, the weather is far from enough. The ground was quickly covered with a layer of frost. From the freezing cold, Kimimaro felt a deep sense of danger. Just now, the 4 purple flame array was broken by this frost. He couldn't bear the slightest bit of carelessness. The dance-like figure immediately stepped back. They were originally close to Qiye, but when they retreated, they were more than 10 meters apart. This man, very dangerous, is Bing Dun's Shueiji boundary. If the ice escape, Mist Shinobi once had a ninja who used the ice escape. But it was the first time Jumalu had seen such a powerful ice escape. If close range is not enough, Kimimaro chooses to attack from a long distance as a feint. Finger piercing. I saw Kimimaro aiming his hands at Uchiha Qiye. The fingers and bones of both hands are quickly launched like bullets, and the speed is extremely fast. And Kimimaro's bones are harder than steel. With dead bone pulse, His bones can grow infinitely, regardless of the number of bone fingers. Advertisement. More to consider as just chakra. Aren't 11 or 12-year-old kiddos so crazy now? Uchiha Qiye felt a little unhappy in his heart. He's about to leave and Kimimaro will stop him for a few seconds when he comes out. It's not unreasonable that the original book is a short-lived ghost. Uchiha Qiye didn't want to test his strength either. Right now, he just wants to reunite with Kurenai Yuhi and the others as soon as possible. The black pupil of the right eye suddenly turned into a scarlet 3-tomo Sharingan. The Guyu in Sharingan has once again changed into a shuriken. Seeing Kimimaro's location, that scene was imprinted in Kia's mind like a photo. Bang bang bang. Kimimaro's 10-finger piercing bullet went straight through several large stone pillars, and finally shot directly into the wall. It was more than 10 inches into the wall. This level of power far exceeds that of ordinary shuriken throwing. It can pierce the body of a ninja with one blow. 10 phalangeal fingers sank into the wall, but Uchiha Qiye was not found. Looking up, down, left and right, Kimimaro was shocked. Where did that guy go? Did he just dodge the body flicker technique? Orochimaru, who was watching the battle, suddenly shrank his pupils, and there was a little cold sweat on his face. The 4 elite jonin were all dumbfounded, they all saw the figure of Uchiha Qiye. Kun, Lord Kimimaro, he is behind you. What? The always calm Kimimaro's expression changed drastically, and he didn't feel Kia's breath at all from the beginning. I don't even know when it appeared behind his back. Uchiha Qiye was cold all over his body. Just like the extremely cold ice in the ice world, the chill it radiates seems to freeze the world. Not just the back, Kimimaro just felt his whole body and mind become extremely cold. Just as he was about to retreat, he found that an invisible force was restraining him. Don't let him move a single cent. When he was fully aware of it, the whole person had become an ice man. The battle is over. From the time Kimimaro launched the attack, the whole process took less than 10 seconds. This Kimimaro is still too young. The 4 elite jonin who used the 4 purple flame formation were speechless, and their eyes looking at Uchiha Qiye were filled with deep fear. Kimimaro, that Kimimaro, who had great hope of becoming the body of Lord Orochimaru's living corpse reincarnation, was defeated in mere seconds. This was even more shocking than Kia's previous destruction of their enchantment. You know, Kimimaro's power of the Earth's curse seal was restrained before it could be used. If the opponent can use the power of the curse mark, he is also a genius. Looking at this ice sculpture, Qiye pouted. Since you are going to waste my few seconds, then you should go to hell. Qiye raised his fists, and the 4 chunin couldn't stand it any longer. If that punch goes down, Kimimaro's fate will be the same as if the barrier was shattered. At this moment, they held their breath and dared not speak. For fear that Uchiha Qiye's anger will turn to him. At the same time, there is a somewhat complaining look to Kimimaro. The Kimimaro guy is arrogant, and he will challenge without seeing who he is. Yeah, can you do whatever you want with your own blood? What the hell is this guy named Uchiha Qiye? Seeing that Qiye was about to destroy Kimimaro, Orochimaru, who was sitting on the stage, was even more shocked. He felt the real killing intent from Qiye just now, and that killing intent made him throb. Seeing that Kimimaro, who he finally pulled, is about to enter the abyss of despair. Orochimaru is not afraid of the surrounding cold and the fear in his heart. Kankan said. Qiye-kun, please let him go, he's just a child. Chapter 52. Advertisement. Seeing that Qiye was about to attack Kimimaro, Orochimaru was terrified. For Kimimaro, he still values it very much. Dead Bone Pulse's blood successor limit is this one, although he is seriously ill. But it's still pretty good value for money for a few years. And this time Kimimaro also tried Qiye's strength for him, and it hasn't reached the level of ruining his life. Qiye-kun, please let him go, he's just a child. Let him go. Uchiha Qiye glanced at Orochimaru, then at the 4 elite jonin. Killing Kimimaro in front of Orochimaru's hands really made him look pale. After all, he is one of Sannin, so he still has to give some face. But Kimimaro wasting a few seconds to let him off just felt like a loss. Click. The knife fell from his hand, and Kimimaro's frozen right arm was directly chopped off to the ground. Broken into ice. Kabuto used his index finger to support the glasses that were glowing with cold light, and his heart was even more incomparable. Uchiha Qiye, what a ruthless character. He was glad that he didn't provoke the other party this time. The other Orochimaru subordinates stood there straight, dumbfounded. Master Orochimaru's confidant had his right arm cut off by him. Lord Jumalu, didn't you even use the power of the curse mark? Seeing that Qiye only broke Kimimaro's right arm, Orochimaru breathed a sigh of relief. Thank you Qiye-kun. What? The other party broke Kimimaro's arm, and Orochimaru-sama would like to thank him. What kind of character is this guy? Those who possess the power of the curse mark no longer regard Qiye as an ordinary person. Click, click. In the end, Kimimaro's entire ice sculpture shattered. The ice sheet dissipated, and everyone saw Kimimaro's figure. He covered his right arm with his left hand, breathing heavily. The sharp eyes stared straight at Uchiha Qiye. The pain of the broken arm kept Kimimaro silent, a real man. Kimimaro knew that the other party spared his life. There was not a trace of bloodline coming out of the severed right arm. Fortunately, because of the relationship between Kimimaro's blood following the limit of dead bone pulse and the curse of the earth. Losing his right arm didn't affect him much. No, a bone spur grew out of the broken right arm. Kimimaro's face was covered in fine sweat, and now he finally understood the gap between him and Uchiha Qiye. Uchiha Qiye glanced at Kimimaro with a playful look. The current Kimimaro is one-armed Yongguo. Little devil, there is a price to pay for everything you do. Kimimaro is a smart guy who knows the times. He knew Qiye's terrorist forces. Knowing that the other party is eligible to become Orochimaru-sama's partner. Losing an arm to it was nothing to him. Even if he had to die, he could completely entrust it to Orochimaru. Mr. Orochimaru, the next time we meet, it will be Konoha. Qiye smiled and disappeared in place with an instant technique. The tense atmosphere in the dark stone room became extremely silent. Orochimaru stuck out his tongue and licked the cold sweat on his body. Uchiha Qiye, I don't know if he has turned on Sharingan, it would be great if this body was mine. Stronger than Kimimaro, with a youthful body, Orochimaru's temptation is not too big. Sir Orochimaru, this man named Uchiha Qiye is too scary. Kabuto, your senses are very sensitive, I seem to see the shadow of Uchiha Itachi in him. Orochimaru himself admitted that Uchiha Itachi, the man, was stronger than him. Juma-Lu, are you alright? It's alright, Orochimaru-sama, I'm embarrassing you. Advertisement. It's okay, he's not an opponent you can beat. Lord Orochimaru, the man named Uchiha Qiye just now, he seems to have started Sharingan. Orochimaru's snake-shaped pupils suddenly narrowed, Uchiha with Sharingan. Qiye-kun, you are still hiding deep. Orochimaru's long voice faded away as the fire in the stone chamber went out. On the other hand, Uchiha Qiye's body has already merged with Yuhika and the others. It won't be long before we arrive at Konoha village. Open black lens bracket kill 3 jonin close black lens bracket. Qiye thought that in this mission, he only dealt with one zombie, the third cage after the filth. Barely counted as a jonin, the task completion rate is only 1/3. It would be great if a few ninjas came to slash him. Uchiha Qiye, Red Yuhi, Sarutobi Asuma, Genma Shiranui, and Aoba Yamashiro traveled through the jungle. The standard ninja run, Qiye also followed subtly. Shiranui Genma came to Uchiha Qiye's side as the leader of this mission. Qiye, thanks to you this time. If Uchiha Qiye wasn't there, their team would probably be wiped out in the Kingdom of Wind. It's okay, that's my job too. Qiye just said an objective fact. It didn't take long for the 5 to arrive at Konoha-sama. It was still the 2 familiar people, Azumo and Zati. Seeing Shiranui Genma and the others, they warmly greeted them. Xuanjian, welcome back, how's the mission going? It's done, Sand Shinobi's ninjas are kind to us. When Tetsuo Azumo's gaze shifted to Asuma, his expression changed involuntarily. Ah, Mr. Asuma, as a jonin, you went out of the village without permission and made Lord Hokage furious. The 2 were the doormen guarding Konoha, and they didn't realize that Asuma was scolded by 3rd Hokage when he left the village. They were also very helpless, and 10,000 horses galloped past. Konoha is not the only gate, there are many ways to leave the village. Saying that Asuma is already a jonin, I didn't expect that he didn't even have this consciousness. Hearing 3rd Hokage, Asuma has black lines all over his head. He asked softly, Izumoko Tetsuo, is the 3rd generation old man very popular now? Izumoko Tai and the 2 nodded in unison. Suddenly a figure appeared behind Asuma and they were startled. Little finger pointed. Seeing the dull expressions of the 2, Asuma was also stunned. What are you referring to? In an instant, Asuma felt a majestic killing intent behind him. Turning his head to look, it was the distorted and gully-filled face. His eyes were like torches, making him panic. Old 3rd generation, old, dad. At this time, Asuma was cowardly. Asuma is the only remaining son of Sarutobi Hiruzen and naturally fears for his safety. There is also a son, Konohamaru's father, who has died in the mission. He values Asuma very much. This time Asuma went out of the village without permission, 3rd Hokage was as anxious as an ant on a hot pan. Seeing him returning safely, he breathed a sigh of relief. But punishment is absolutely indispensable. Asuma, you be *****************. Needless to say, 3rd Hokage slapped it directly. Snapped. The crisp and loud slap slaps Asuma several meters away. Azumo Zati was dumbfounded. The power of Hokage is so terrifying. This slap almost made the old wound on Asuma's chest recur. He rolled directly on the ground several times before stopping. In front of outsiders, Asuma third Hokage has no face at all. Chapter 53. Advertisement. This third Hokage doesn't give Asuma any face at all. Asuma, who fell to the ground, covered his right cheek, as red and swollen as a peach. Azumo and Zitai looked at each other and couldn't help but chuckle. Shiranui Genma and Yamashiro Aoba also secretly smiled. For some reason, they felt great when they saw Asuma being beaten. At this time, Asuma can't wait to find a crack in the ground to get in. Disgraceful, disgraceful and disgraceful. Still in red. Third generation is still relentless. UB asterisk 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 D, give me a little memory this time, don't let me worry about it. The other party is his own lousy, or Hokage. Asuma is suffering and can't tell. Then third Hokage walked towards Genma Shiranui. Xuanjian, your team has been working hard on this mission, and Asuma didn't cause you any trouble, did you? No, the task went smoothly, and Asuma helped a lot. It was expected when Sarutobi Hiruzen found Asuma leaving the village. 80% is chasing after the team of Shiranui Genma, because Hong Yuhi is in this team. The specific situation of the mission only needs to be reported by the captain, Genma Shiranui. The others dispersed. On the eve of the separation, Hiro also said hello to Uchiha Qiye. Qiye-kun, thank you for this mission. Qiye simply replied and left. For some reason, after seeing Uchiha Qiye defeat the filthy third Kazekage, Yuhika felt relieved. As long as there is Uchiha Qiye in the mission, he is very relieved. On the way home, he muttered to himself, if only there was a chance to go on a mission with Qiye-kun. He pouted and clenched his pink fist. No, I have to become stronger, and I can't always rely on others. Hong Yuhi's small gesture of pouting her lips is very cute. After finishing the mission, Qiye did not use Shenyu to return to his home. He wandered the streets of Konoha, watching Konoha at dusk. After all, in a short while, this village will undergo earth-shaking changes. That is the change of regime and the exchange of old and new. Shutting through the crowd, Qiye saw two familiar figures. Kakashi and Guy, really good friends, let's go together. Kakashi also saw Uchiha Qiye. Cold sweat broke out instantly. After all, the pain Qiye caused him was too great. It was the past that Kakashi didn't want to recall. It was the man who pushed him into the abyss of pain. He was also the only man who broke his defense from behind. Seeing Qiye's arrival, Guy greeted him warmly. Yo, Qiye, long time no see, I heard that you are very active in the mission, yes, this is what youth should be like. Guy senpai, Kakashi senpai, long time no see, I didn't expect to see you here. By the way, Kakashi senpai, is your injury okay? Hearing this, Might Guy suddenly burst out laughing. Haha, Qiye, your trick made Kakashi lie on the bed for half a month, and he still slept on his stomach. As Kakashi's eternal opponent, it was the first time I saw him look so embarrassed. And for the past 2 weeks, he has never sat with me. They are all standing. They have only recovered completely in the past 2 days. I came out for a walk today. I didn't expect to meet you. It's really fate. Kakashi got black lines all over his face when Guy said it, and he was sweating all over his body. Seeing Qiye in front of him, he only felt a chilly chill on his back. He seemed to be out of breath. He gave Guy a quick wink and motioned him to stop talking. The two have a tacit understanding in battle, but life is different. Guy said so much, Kakashi turned his head away. Advertisement. It means that I don't know this person, what is his love? Qiye, you are the man who defeated Kakashi and a worthy opponent. If you have time, I hope you can accept my challenge. Of course, the challenge is youth, and I will not turn away the enthusiasm of senior Guy. Haha, Qiye, you kid, it really suits my taste. Might Guy is the man Madara recognized. No one can beat 8 inner gates in one hand. Qiye also wanted to play against someone who simply used physical art. That guy, isn't Lord Hokage looking for us? It's getting late, let's go, don't delay Lord Hokage's time. Oh, yes, there is indeed such a thing, Kakashi, you have a good memory. Guy slapped his head abruptly. After being separated from Uchiha Qiye, Kakashi felt a lot more comfortable. 1,000 years of death is a trick he saw in Intimacy Paradise, and it is an indescribable trick. Kakashi wanted to apply it to Taishu, but Uchiha Qiye took the lead. It was himself who was injured. He couldn't help but wonder if that kid had also seen Intimacy Paradise. Impossible. This, Intimacy Paradise, is the first genuine copy that Kakashi bought from Mr. Jiraiya. Even if Uchiha Qiye has seen it, it is definitely not as fast as him. Kakashi thinks about it, then there can only be one result. That is the promotion of piracy, and Qiye sees it faster than he does. He muttered in his mouth. That kid Qiye, he was banned from ninjas before he was 20 years old, hey, he's fallen. Kakashi was brought into the pit by Jiraiya. His first adult gift was, Intimacy Paradise, from Jiraiya. You said that if you give him a copy of Genshin Ren biography, Kakashi will not become a sullen man. After parting with Kakashi and the others, Qiye returned to the Uchiha clan. When he came here, Uchiha Qiye saw a familiar figure. Uzumaki Sunset. Azuki Shion did not wear Anbu's vest, but ordinary ninja stockings. She smiled and looked at Uchiha Qiye. Qiye-kun, I heard that you are back from the mission, how are you? You are not injured. Looking at this beautiful shadow, Qiye didn't think much about it, and hugged it directly into his arms. He pouted on his lips. After a while, Mao Yushian looked like a little girl. When the sun sets, in the Uchiha clan, apart from Sasuke, there are only Shion and Qiye. Sasuke is the son of the patriarch, and his family is at the center of the Uchiha clan. And Qiye's house is at the corner of the Uchiha clan. Although it is not very big, it is more than enough for 3 or 4 people. In the evening, Azuki Shion has prepared a fragrant dinner. Qiye looked at himself in the mirror, and the pattern of Mangekyo Sharingan appeared in his right eye. And his left eye is still in the state of Sangoyu. I don't know when my left eye will be able to open Mangekyo. Qiye-kun, I have prepared your favorite cuisine, come and eat. Wearing an apron, Yu Shion is indeed a good woman at home. Shion, you're in Anbu, what's going on at Hokage recently? There is nothing special for the time being, but the village sent Anbu to look for the whereabouts of Moonlight Gale and Sarutobi Kirito, but to no avail. This point Uchiha Qiye has long thought of. Naturally, he did not leave a trace. Konoha's ninjas will be damned if they can find the trail. These 2 people were also assassinated as ninjas from other countries and it was gone. That alone has always left 3rd Hokage and Danzo grumpy. By the way, Qiye-kun, Danzo has been looking for 3rd generation a lot recently, and I don't know what they are discussing. Qiye smiled, since these are not important anymore. The good days of 3rd Hokage are coming to an end. After dinner, I looked at Shion who was cleaning the dishes. Qiye smiled lightly, and a bold idea suddenly came into his mind. Chapter 54. Advertisement. At night, birds enter their nests, only frogs croak. The moonlight shone on the ground, a silvery white. Konoha village at this time is a bit like the night of the Nine Tails Rebellion. Uyu Shion packed everything up, her eyes dodged a little. Qiye-kun, I'm going back. This time, the meat Qiye will not let go in vain. He took it into his arms and said softly, I've come here, what else are you going to leave? You will also live here in the future, and your surname will be Uchiha. After all, there are only Uchiha Obito, Uchiha Itachi, Uchiha Sasuke and Uchiha Qiye left in the current Uchiha clan. Uchiha Obito, subverting the world's life only for Lin. Uchiha Itachi, the terminally ill Brokan. Uchiha Itachi, either revenge or on the road to revenge. Therefore, the responsibility of carrying forward the Uchiha family rests with Uchiha Qiye. To carry forward the Uchiha family, pass it on, and live forever. Qiye has a long way to go. Even Uchiha Sasuke, only one was born in the biography of the blogger. Still a girl, Uchiha Sarana. Azuki's face turned crimson. 7. Qiye-kun, I haven't showered yet. Qiye chuckled lightly and said nothing. In the pupil of the right eye, the 3-tomo Sharingan has turned into scarlet, and Guyu quickly formed the appearance of a shuriken. In the blink of an eye, the 2 came from the Uchiha clan to a waterfall. The 2 stood on the water facing the bright white moonlight. This is where Qiye often practiced before. Uyu Shion also came here to find him and was very familiar with him. This image has long been painted by Qiye with Mangekyo Sharingan. He can move here anytime he wants. Azuki Shion looked at Qiye's Sharingan in disbelief. She was full of shock. They were still in the Uchiha clan just now, and they were 100 miles away in a blink of an eye. Qiye-kun, is this your Sharingan power? Well, burn the places you see with Sharingan, and move them here at any time. This move is called Shenyu. Azuki Shion chuckled. Qiye-kun, you really have a good ability. Wow lala. The huge waterfall can only hear the sound of water flow and frogs croaking, and there is no one around. With Uchiha Qiye's amazing perception ability, no flower or grass can escape his perception. The bright moon separates the branches and frightens the magpies, and the breeze sings the cicadas in the middle of the night. In the fragrance of rice flowers, the harvest is said, and the sound of frogs is heard. In this situation, it couldn't be more suitable. I saw Uchiha Qiye smiling. Here, you don't need to take a shower. Mao Yushian. This. At the same time, there is so much hope in my heart. The night is so long. Uchiha Qiye climbed the peak bravely. In this ninja world, there is no peak that he cannot climb. In the end, he will look down on everything. Beneath the waterfall, Uchiha Qiye was like Zhao Zilong in Changshan, fighting with blood and blood, not tired. Azuki Yuyan felt a stream of pure chakra enveloped her in it. This night, his power also became stronger and stronger. Early in the morning, the sound of birds and running water woke them up. Open black lens bracket ding. Congratulations to host for completing a special sleeping experience close black lens bracket. Advertisement. Awakening the Sixth Sense Prediction. Acquired. Open black lens bracket Konoha Ryu Swordsmanship, Dance of the Three Suns and Moons close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket Noha Ryu Swordsmanship, Hazy Moon Night close black lens bracket. Uchiha Qiye was stunned for a moment. Isn't this Shien's unique trick? Could it be because of this feeling that he can learn the other's abilities? Open black lens bracket prediction. Host can predict what will happen in the next minute close black lens bracket. The prediction of the sixth sense, this is a bit similar to observation hockey in Pirates. Qiye smiled, but in a different way. It's only a minute, but it's okay. Shien's Konoha-style swordsmanship, although he can't use it, is not overwhelming. Uchiha Qiye didn't expect that the quest reward for killing 3 jonin would wake up last night. Sure enough, all tasks are floating clouds, and sleeping is the fastest way to become stronger. At the same time, Qiye found that he killed 3 jonin in the task bar, and the reward for awakening the sixth sense, the ability to predict, is gone. All that's left is to increase the opening rate of Mangekyo's left eye. Azuki Shien rubbed her hazy eyes. When she woke up, she found that she had full of chakra in her body, which was even more majestic than the last time. I feel that the strength of the whole body has also increased a lot, and the whole person is refreshed and energetic. Qiye-kun, thanks to you, I feel stronger again. Hey, me too. He wrapped his arms around Shi Yan's slender waist. Qiye uses the power of Mangekyo Sharingan. Godly. The next moment, they return to Uchiha Qiye's room. Now Azuki Shien feels that her strength has completely reached the level of elite jonin. Qiye-kun, your ability is so special. At first Qiye didn't even think about it. Sleeping not only makes you stronger, but also makes others stronger. Of course, the premise is that he exists. At the same time. In the Hokage office building, Danzo, Sarutobi Hiruzen, Homura, and Kaharu are discussing important matters about the development of the village. Hiruzen, I heard that the Shiranui Genma squad's mission to Sunagakure made them see something incredible. Third Hokage nodded and didn't speak, it was a default. This news could not be hidden from Danzo's eyes, but third Hokage didn't expect Danzo to know so quickly. Danzo looked into the distance with gloomy eyes. I didn't expect that Sand Shinobi's Shozuru would go berserk, and their cage would try to control the tailed beast. What a stupid act. Knowing this news, both Danzo and third Hokage are happy. Because this at least means that Sunagakure has not yet controlled the power of the tailed beast. Even if it is an allied country, it is just a contract. Once a war is waged, the treaty is nothing. The opponent does not have a perfect Jinchuriki, at least it will not easily use the power of the tailed beast. It also makes their Konoha village less of a threat. Danzo continued. Hiruzen, since other countries have set their sights on the tailed beast, shouldn't we also do something? Third generation's expression froze, he knew what Danzo had in mind. This is to look at Nine Tails Jinchuriki Uzumaki Naruto. Not to mention that Naruto is still an 8-year-old. The power of Nine Tails is the most difficult to control among the Nine Tails. Even the wife of first Hokage, Uzumaki Mito, who has the physique of the Uzumaki clan, could only reluctantly seal her. It is easier said than done to control the power of Nine Tails. Once something goes wrong, Konoha will once again fall into a doomed situation. Back then, no second yellow flash came out of town. Danzo's idea that he can understand the Angle ruler can't agree with. Danzo, you think too far. The power of the tailed beast is extremely difficult to control. The only one who is most likely to control it is their Jinchuriki. It is difficult for outsiders to intervene. Chapter 55. Advertisement. The horror of tailed beasts is known to everyone in the ninja world, and everyone knows it. At the beginning, only one Nine Tails almost wiped out Konoha. And Danzo was targeting 8-year-old Naruto, which made Sarutobi Hiruzen have to guard. Danzo, you should know that only Shodai's power and Uchiha's Sharingan can control the Nine Tails. Now, except for the kid Yamato, no one can use wood style. The Uchiha family is only Sasuke who has open Sharingan. With his current pupil power you can't suppress the tailed beast at all. Third Hokage forcefully dismissed Danzo's request. He didn't want to loosen the seal on Naruto at this moment. Back then fourth Hokage asked Ji-Yu to give him to take good care of Naruto. But as Hokage, he is busy with village affairs. Let Naruto experience an unhappy childhood. A person's misfortune is far less important than a village's happiness.
In this regard Naruto takes care of this.
Third Hokage asks himself. He did his best. Third Hokage really thought he did his best. Namikaze Minato and Uzumaki Kushina know about Izumi, and you can laugh at Jiaquan. Looking at third generation's determined expression, Danzo couldn't refute anything. He couldn't tell third Hokage about his own Sharingan. And third generation is right, even if it's the Sharingan on him. There is currently no power that can control the tail beast. And the current Nine Tails Jinchuriki is too weak. Once the seal is unlocked, Nine Tails becomes violent, which is another disaster for Konoha. So far, it's really impossible to shoot Nine Tails Jinchuriki. Fortunately, there is no war now, otherwise Cloud Shinobi Village in the Land of Thunder will be the biggest winner. Because they are 2 tails and 8 tails. Even the 2-tailed beasts are still perfect Jinchuriki. In today's ninja world, Sunagaku has 1 tail Shozuru. Cloud Shinobi Village has 2 tails and 8 tails. Kurigaku has 3 tails. There are 4 tails in the Land of Earth, but the 4 3-tails Jinchuriki and Tsuchikage are at odds. Left Iwagakure long ago to become a wandering monk. And in Konoha Village, the Land of Fire, there is the most powerful 9-tails demon fox. The other tailed beasts are in some small villages. In today's ninja world, the 5 kingdoms of wind, fire, thunder, water, and earth dominate. Both third Hokage and Danzo were relieved to hear that Sunagaku failed to control the power of one-tail Shukaku. Danzo sternly stared at third generation with his godless eyes. Hiruzen, Jinchuriki can be left aside for now, but is it time to talk about Uchiha Qiye? Uchiha Qiye. Just the ordinary Uchiha people. This is the second time Homura and Kaharu have heard the name. The last time it was after the night of the Uchiha genocide, they were surprised to say that an ordinary Uchiha survived. Danzo, what do you mean when you mention Bo Qiye again? Don't you two know that Uchiha Qiye is no longer the Uchiha Qiye he used to be, but he has been promoted to a special jonin by Hiruzen. What, a specially jonin? Homura Kaharu looked at each other. As Hokage advisors, they usually only discuss village affairs with third Hokage. Ordinary villagers like Uchiha Qiye are not in their sight at all. Advertisement. As that kid so good, don't I remember that he even had a hard time passing the graduation exam of the ninja school. Mitokado Homura picked up a cup of tea and took a sip. Such a person actually caught Danzo's attention. What's so special about him? Homura, you underestimate him too much. The current Uchiha Qiye is no longer the Uchiha Qiye he used to be. He became jonin after defeating the genius Kakashi. Really, even that CPY ninja, the disciple of the 4th generation, Hitaki Kakashi, lost to him. It seems that the young people of this generation are very active. Homura and Kaharu couldn't help but also praise the live broadcast group Qiye. Such a powerful ninja can indeed be upgraded to a special jonin. As long as it is beneficial to Konoha, its use should be eclectic. Danzo is ashamed that the duo didn't feel a sense of crisis. With such a powerful character in Uchiha, they could still laugh. From Uchiha Kagami back then to the dead Uchiha Shisui and now Uchiha Itachi and Uchiha Qiye. Which one doesn't give them a headache? Danzo with a dignified face suddenly said in anger. Aren't you afraid of the Uchiha clan's revenge against us in the village? Ha ha ha. Third Hokage smoked leisurely. Danzo, you are too suspicious. I know you are thinking about Konoha. That kid Qiye is no different from other Konoha shinobi in my opinion. How could he hurt Konoha as a Konoha shinobi woolen cloth? Danzo. 3rd generation, UB ***************. D. Homura and Kaharu followed suit and said, yeah, Danzo, you always have such a heart, and we have never heard the bad side of Uchiha Qiye in the village. You better restrain yourself from such unfounded worries. That kid might have turned on Sharingan. Danzo's words left 3rd Hokage baffling them. It's not normal to open Sharingan as a Uchiha clan, so what's strange? If it is not turned on, it means that the qualifications are general, which is strange. Danzo, what if Qiye turns on Sharingan? He has Sharingan and doesn't need to report to us, so don't worry about it. This high-level meeting ended with 3 happy and 1 depressed. Danzo, who was back at the root, murmured, Hiruzen is always so naive, his naivety will hurt him. Uchiha Qiye has been able to endure until now to emerge, and in Danzo's view, things must be unusual. A strong ninja with ambition and purpose will endure it and find the right opportunity to strike hard. He Danzo is such a person. Whether it is a threat to the village or a threat to him, it must be eliminated. 3rd Hokage doesn't know the horror of the Uchiha clan, but Danzo does. Having the Sharingan, he has seen the monument of the Uchiha clan. With Shisui Mangekyo Sharingan, he can see more. The above records how to open up all kinds of things in the pursuit of Uchiha's future. Danzo operates according to the contents of the stone tablet. When Senju is one with the power of Uchiha, that is the perfect being, that is able to see beyond. Yi, Jiming, Jachin and Joshu, you brought Uchiha Qiye here, and I just want to see him too. Got it, Lord Danzo. Yi, Jiming, Jachin and Joshu are Danzo's powerful subordinates. One is Yamanaka Yi of the Yamanaka clan, and the other is Aburame Shiming of the Aburame clan. The other two are both root members of Lord Danzo. Jachin and Joshu are their code names. Lord Danzo, what if Uchiha Qiye refuses to come with us? It doesn't matter, as long as I'm a living person, you can handle the rest. Underscore. Chapter 56. Advertisement. Danzo's indifferent voice spread through the stone chamber. As long as Uchiha Qiye is alive and appears in front of me, the rest are up to you. Got it, Danzo-sama. Scattered. Now is a time of peace, and the ninja villages of the 5 major countries are developing their own combat power. Don't be afraid of 10,000, just be afraid of what? Once the 4th Ninja World War breaks out, they can also prepare in advance. At this point, Konoha is taking precautions. Inside Hokage's office, Sarutobi Hiruzen let out a long breath of smoke. Whoosh. An Anbu officer appeared in Hokage's office and got down on one knee. How is it? Any news? The low, aged voice of 3rd generation seemed a little helpless. Lord 3rd generation, we didn't find Tsunade-sama and Jiraiya-sama, and we didn't hear about them outside. Hey, Sarutobi Hiruzen took a deep breath and let it out slowly. What disciples have you taught yourself? Orochimaru, Tsunade, Jiraiya are known as Sannin by outsiders. But in 3rd Hokage's eyes, all 3 of his disciples were nothing. A study obsessed with forbidden technique, experimenting with humans. In the end, he escaped directly from Konoha and became an S-class traitor. Orochimaru, also 3rd Hokage's most valued disciple. If Orochimaru hadn't been found to be wrong, then the seat of 4th Hokage would have belonged to Orochimaru. Nor would he recommend his cross-generational disciple Namikaze Minato to become 4th Hokage. And Tsunade, the granddaughter of 1st Hokage. In terms of prestige and background, Konoha is a first-class existence. But because of the successive deaths of her younger brother and lover, she didn't want to stay in this sad place. As a result, leaving Konoha, the medical saint of the ninja world actually suffered from hyperphobia. This is really sad. Not to mention Jiraiya. Jiraiya in 3rd Hokage's eyes is a lecherous kid. My good habit of peeping was brought down by Jiraiya. Really damn it this kid. Sarutobi Hiruzen didn't expect Jiraiya to go the way of traveling around and writing the little yellow book. None of his 3 disciples were in the village. It makes an old man who is over 70 years old feel very melancholy. Konoha's new generation of ninjas have always been out of touch, and this is what 3rd Hokage is worried about. Apart from those clan ninjas, there are only him, Danzo, Homura, and Kaharu at the top. Further down are his sons Asuma and Kakashi. Then there are the students of the ninja school. There are very few ninjas in the Mesozoic. Like Orochimaru, Jiraiya, Tsunade, they are this batch. Instead of dying in the ninja war, opened Konoha village. There are not many middle-aged forces at all. Aside from these ninjas, Konoha's powerful clan has sent a steady stream of fighting power to the village. The powerful ones are the Hyuga clan. Next are the Aburame clan, the Nara clan, the Yamanaka clan, the Akamaiki clan and so on. Looking at the red glow of the sunset, 3rd Hokage always felt a little uneasy. He murmured. This feeling is not good. On the other side, Qiye was lying on the green ground beside the waterfall looking at the sky, quite comfortable. He has been observing the changes in the village these days. As long as the right moment is found, Orochimaru and the others will sneak into Konoha and solve the 3rd generation. Well, this is. Qiye felt that there were 4 not weak chakra figures rushing towards him. Advertisement. And it's the chakra that he's not familiar with. 3-hook jade appeared in the pupil. Qiye used the ability of precognition. He saw a picture of a minute into the future. The members of the root came to me. It seems that Danzo has noticed me. He probably wanted to ask me to talk. After all, the title Uchiha was the power that made him fear. Woohoo! Several black figures cut through the airflow and drove the fallen leaves. In a few breaths, he came to Uchiha Qiye. 2 of them wear masks with the roots of leaves. Uchiha Qiye, Danzo-sama invites you to come. You are. Qiye pretended not to know and asked. We are the subordinates of Lord Danzo. These 2 are root members. We received a task from Lord Danzo. Please come. Qiye stood up and put his hands on the back of his head. Ah la la. He slapped his lips and let out a long yawn. A lazy look. Is there anything you can tell me in detail? I still have a mission with Hokage-sama. These people were quite polite. We don't know what's going on, it's just that Lord Danzo wants to see you. The Yamanaka leaves of the Yamanaka clan already felt a little unhappy in their hearts. He and Aburame Jiming are both elite jonin under Danzo. Jachin and Joshu are also important members of the root, and both have special jonin strengths. Calling a Uchiha Qiye, who just became a special jonin, actually had to dispatch 4 people. Uchiha Qiye has the name Uchiha in addition to it. In Yamanaka Shin's eyes, he looked completely lazy, no different from ordinary people. This natural posture cannot be pretended. Lord Danzo is still too cautious. Qiye stretched and said impatiently. What should I do if I don't want to go? I have to walk, it's too troublesome, why don't you call Lord Danzo here? Jachin and Joshu looked at each other. Is this guy really stupid or pretending to be stupid? Doesn't he know the name of Lord Danzo? As Danzo, it is absolutely impossible to meet a particular jonin. Yamanaka later frowned slightly, he was in charge of this operation. Danzo also said that if the other party refuses, they can do whatever they want. The premise is that when Danzo met Uchiha Qiye, he was still alive. Isn't it? You don't say anything, let Danzo come and he won't come, do you have to do it even if I don't go? Qiye said in surprise. The four looked surprised. They haven't made a move yet, so they were seen through by the other party. Yamanaka Shin and Aburame Shime's expressions sank. In that case, Uchiha Qiye, then come with us. You can do it, and I didn't say go with you. This damn it kid. Yamanaka's anger suddenly came up. He found out that they were being played around by Uchiha Qiye. What I just said was all nonsense. This kid is the type who doesn't cry without seeing the coffin. Go ahead and save one life. Jachin and Joshu, who were wearing masks, rushed up instantly. Qiye just messed with them. He has to deal with third generation, and naturally he will also deal with Danzo. Both of them had a share in the order to destroy the Uchiha clan. He didn't want to avenge his own people. It was just because of his embarrassment that he sneaked out of the village and quietly slept in the wild for an uneasy sleep to seek justice. However, this justice is justice that sees blood. Chapter 57. Advertisement. This justice is justice that sees blood. Jachin, the members of Joshu's two roots quickly rushed towards Uchiha Qiye. As Anbu, they are well trained, and even if the other party is just a special jonin, they will not be careless. Jachin, Joshu, pay attention to your senses, Lord Danzo wants to live. Understood, Captain Letter, we will pay attention. Uchiha's sleepy eyes looked at the two who rushed forward. How can there be such a reason? People don't want to go and still rush to go. Yamanaka Shin, who was standing in the distance, was not idle either, and immediately sensed it. Perception is one of the Yamanaka clan's best abilities. The Yamanaka clan talks about the use of perception abilities, and no one in Konoha can match them. Therefore, on the battlefield, the ninjas of the Yamanaka clan play a role in reconnaissance and transmission of important information. Yamanaka later made a sense of Uchiha Qiye. The amount of chakra is the normal level of a normal jonin, and I don't see anything outstanding. Jachin and Joshu are enough. Jachin, you attacked his thigh and made him feel pain, and then I restrained his movements from behind and asked Captain Shin to use his heart-turning technique. Hey, just beat him to death, this kid has already upset me. No, we have to resolve the battle quickly, we can't let Lord Danzo wait too long. Jachin and Joshu have carried out missions together many times, and they already have a good understanding. This time, they feel stable. The two rushed to Uchiha Qiye, one left and one right, and pulled out the long sword behind them. Swipe down. The blade formed by chakra quickly flew towards Uchiha Qiye. This is the effect of the wind attribute chakra attached to the blade. As expected of the root members, they have already mastered chakra's form changes. Jachin said he was going to attack Uchiha Qiye's leg and let him know the pain. There is absolutely no ambiguity in getting started. This slash is enough to sever a tree. Does the so-called pain mean the pain of letting the other party lose a leg? Seeing Jachin's slash, Joshu smiled. This is their root way of doing things, and people don't talk much. Simple pain. Nothing, just let the other party lose a leg. If you struggle anymore, the other leg will also be taken. In this way, an enemy who has lost his legs will not be able to escape. In the face of this extremely fast chakra slash, Uchiha Qiye did not panic at all. With a slight leap, he dodged the slash. The blade of chakra slid under him, directly cutting off the 4 or 5 trees that were blocking it. Finally, the boulder was smashed into a deep pit. A simple slash is enough to reach the power of B-rank ninjutsu. Did you escape? Jachin snorted softly. It's normal to be dodged, a jonin can't dodge his normal slash. Lord Danzo doesn't need to see him anymore. In this way, seeing the body of Uchiha Qiye, Orochimaru-sama might be happier. Dodging the slash of his own sharp blade was within Jachin's expectations. Next, the task can be said to be basically completed. Uchiha Qiye, who jumped up, just landed, and a figure was looking at him with playful eyes behind him. Joshu has been waiting here for a long time. This is what he and Jachin often use. Normally ninjas cannot move in the air. Joshu has already tied the seal and is waiting for him here. Water style, water prison technique. Suddenly, a huge water polo surrounded Uchiha Qiye. Kashu is best at water-style ninjutsu. There is also a waterfall next to it, and there is no shortage of water at all. Even in the dry zone, a tree can use a powerful water style. This is the standard for judging whether a ninja is a water-style ninja. See this Uchiha Qiye bound in a water prison. Advertisement. Joshu sneered. Mission completed. An ordinary special jonin also needs to dispatch the 4 of them. Wouldn't it be a joke to let outsiders hear their roots? Even without Jochin's help, Joshu felt that he was enough alone. Besides, Captain Shin and Aburame Shime Senpai haven't made a move yet. Lord Danzo is still so cautious. Joshu grinned and chuckled softly. With this smile, it was as if the Dragon King had descended. It's like a Nike spokesperson. The war god with a crooked mouth, but also such a smile. Joshu stretches his right hand into the water prison, which is the basic condition for maintaining the water prison technique. Jochin, do you want this kid to suffocate to death? After trapping the enemy with this water prison technique, Joshu never missed. No one can escape from the water prison. In the original book, Kakashi also hit this trick. At that time he had become Naruto their instructor. Without the help of Naruto and the others, Kakashi would not have been able to escape from the imprisoned water prison. This move is quite controllable. This is also where Joshu is confident. Yamanaka's pupils shrank suddenly. Startled. Joshu, let go. Yamanaka Shin couldn't help shivering. Thinking in pieces. What's with the chill from the depths of his soul that he felt just now? The icy chill almost made him forget to breathe. Hearing Yamanaka's shock, Kazuma withdrew his right hand. Although he didn't know the reason in his mind, his body instinctively stretched out his hand. But, it's too late. Click, click. The water polo instantly turned into a hockey puck. His right hand was frozen in half, and Joshu was unable to free his hand from the freeze even after exhausting all his strength. Boom. Uchiha Qiye kicked straight out of the puck. The hollow hockey puck was directly kicked out of a big hole by him. Shaking his hands, Uchiha Qiye walked out from inside. The speed at which the ice layer freezes is spreading rapidly. In the blink of an eye, Joshu's entire body was frozen into an ice sculpture. Only his head and the long knife behind him were exposed. Double reversal. Joshu's face suddenly became extremely pale. I don't know if it was affected by the cold freezing, or was shocked by how quickly everything happened just now. Under the shocked gazes of Yamanaka Letter and Aburame, Uchiha Qiye pulled out the long sword behind Kashu. Call. A cold breath was exhaled directly from his mouth. The blade instantly turned into an ice blade. Yamanaka Letter saw this scene and couldn't believe it. Is this the ability of that guy? The intelligence we have collected has absolutely no such ability. Ice escape. This is not the bloodline boundary of the Uchiha family. What the hell is going on here? Isn't he from the Uchiha clan? They only gather intelligence on Uchiha Qiye until they defeat Kakashi and become a special jonin. There is no doubt that the previous information has indeed written that he really grew up in the Uchiha clan. Or there is only one possibility that the Uchiha family took in people from other clans and changed their surname to Uchiha. It means that Uchiha is secretly growing his power. Of course, this is just a guess by Yamanaka Letter. After all, there are not many members of the Uchiha clan now. Before Katsuki could react, Yamanaka believed their astonished discovery. The long knife in Uchiha Qiye's hand has already cut off Joshu's head. Chapter 58. Advertisement. Uchiha Qiye took the long knife in his hand and chopped off Joshu's head. Seeing this scene, Yamanaka Letter and others were all shocked. Uchiha Qiye, we are both Konoha shinobi followers, are you going to kill? Seeing the sharp blade on his neck, Joshu didn't dare to say a word. The entire shirt was soaked in cold sweat. If Uchiha Qiye didn't stop this knife, he would really go to hell. Damn, what's the matter with this freezing? Joshupan made chakra flow in his body, but he couldn't break free. Uchiha Qiye, I advise you to release Joshu, you just need to go to see Lord Danzo with us, and we won't pursue the rest. Tisk tisk. Jochin's knife just now was aimed at Uchiha Qiye. Root people, if you kill them, you will kill them. Uchiha Qiye smiled jokingly. Under the shocked eyes of everyone, the knife directly slashed Joshu's neck. In an instant, a head bounced and fell to the ground. Not a trace of blood splattered. The ice blade in Kia's hand was even more frosty white. Because the blood in Joshu's body has been solidified. Whether it was Yamanaka Letter or Aburame Mingzi, they were all dumbfounded. They watched helplessly as Uchiha Qiye chopped off Joshu's head with one knife. Katsuki is Danzo-sama's subordinate and a member of the Root. Is this guy dying? He's provoking Danzo-sama. After all, Danzo is also the second in command under Hokage and above 10,000 people. Even third Hokage wouldn't dare to do this. Yamanaka said fiercely, Uchiha Qiye, you be ************, are you crazy? They couldn't believe that Uchiha Qiye actually did this. When they took the eyes of Uchiha Shisui with Danzo-sama. Uchiha Shisui didn't dare to do this to Danzo, but controlled Danzo with illusion. At that time, I could only blame Shisui for his own death, not wanting to kill Danzo-sama. Otherwise, Danzo wouldn't have stolen an eye. And in front of him is Uchiha Qiye, who is also from the Uchiha clan. Similar to Uchiha Shisui's two extremes, he is decisive and never sloppy. Such Uchiha make them feel fear. Ding, congratulations to the host for killing a jonin, 2/3 of the task completed. Boom. Uchiha Qiye kicked the frozen Katsuki body to the side. The ice sculpture hit the big tree and was scratched to pieces. Except for Joshu's head, which was chopped off, there is no trace of the rest. In his mouth, he said, there is still one. Yo, do you want to slash my head? Qiye looked at Jachin with a playful smile, he was the one who attacked his leg just now. Gollum. Jachin swallowed his saliva, and his heart was extremely horrified. He clearly hadn't attacked yet, but Uchiha Qiye said what he wanted to do. This guy. This kid is no ordinary jonin. In the distance, Aburame Mingzi has released a dense swarm of black insects. Captain Shin, let's take action together. Even if we go back with a corpse, Lord Danzo will forgive us. The profound truth of Konoha flow, Fengyu slash. Jachin galloped towards Uchiha Qiye with a long sword in his hand. This time he didn't use chakra slash, but wanted to get the chance through close combat. Uchiha Qiye played with the long knife in his hand, he just realized the joy of slashing people. However, it's not enough. Clang clang. Advertisement. The two blades collided, creating dazzling sparks. This guy's physical skills are not bad. Jachin smiled secretly, and the other party competed with him with swords, which was exactly what he wanted. His Konoha flow profound truth, Fengyu slash is no ordinary slash. By colliding with swords, use this as a medium to absorb the opponent's chakra. Well, this is. Qiye also felt that his chakra was rapidly draining. With the Sharingan, he can clearly see that chakra is being transported to the opponent through the blade. And he felt a strong gravitational pull pulling him when he closed the knife or let go. This guy, so he has such abilities. For ordinary people, they may be depleted of chakra and lose. Unfortunately, he met Uchiha Qiye. Jachin smiled proudly, but suddenly found that there were two figures on his left and right rushing towards him. Heart sinks. This is the dance of the three sun and the moon, when will this guy do this trick? The dance of the three sun and moon was naturally learned by Qiye and Mao Yuxian after a sleep. Different people using the same move will make a huge difference. It's as if the great fireball used by little Sasuke and the great fireball used by Uchiha Itachi are not of the same level. Two people on the left and right attacked themselves at the same time, then, only. Why, are you going to be evaded? Qiye laughed. Once again, the opponent saw through the action. This guy, in the end. At this moment, Jachin suddenly discovered that Uchiha Qiye's black pupils had turned into crimson three-tomo Sharingan. Seeing those eyes, he felt an inexplicable fear. These evil eyes, the pupils of the soul, are cursed. When did you start Sharingan? Do I still need to report to you any Sharingan I have? Qiye never hides the fact that he has opened Sharingan, he just didn't have the chance to use it. In the previous test with Kakashi, not only did Kakashi not use Sharingan, he defeated Sharingan before it even opened. Same goes for the fight against Kimimaro. At that time, in order to save time, Qiye used the power of Mangekyo, Shenyu. Kimimaro saw his Sharingan. Oops, Jachin is in danger. Jimming, let's do it together. Mystery, worm chaos, forbearance, heart-to-heart technique. Aburame Akashi and Yamanaka Shinobi shot at the same time. They were all shocked by Uchiha Qiye's strength. Could it be that this guy was hiding his power before, that was hidden deep enough? This is just their own thoughts. Uchiha Qiye has never hidden his strength, he can play as he wants. The Uchiha genius left behind is not Uchiha Sasuke, but the man in front of him, Uchiha Qiye. This time, Danzo-sama's worries, they understood. Ginger is still old and spicy, Danzo's caution is not without reason. However, Danzo still underestimated Qiye, 4 people, far from enough. Jia Chen, who was fighting with Qiye face to face, was about to evacuate, but found that his feet were covered with ice at some point, and he couldn't move. The ice blades in the hands of Uchiha Qiye, both left and right, waved at Jachin at the same time. Yamanaka's heart was even more surprised. Damn it, can you keep up with the change of heart? If you can't catch up, of course you can't catch up. Jachin's eyes were full of despair, and he watched helplessly as his head and body were separated. He was incapable of doing it himself. Ding, congratulations to host for completing the task of beheading 3 jonin, 3/3. The Mangekyo eye opening rate of the left eye has risen to 50%. Chapter 59. Advertisement. Ding. Congratulations to host for completing the task of beheading 3 jonin, 3/3. The Mangekyo eye opening rate of the left eye has risen to 50%. The eye opening rate is 50%. I don't know what the concept is, 50% is better than nothing. Uchiha Qiye pouted. But right now, it's obviously not the time for him to relax. The black swarm that Aburame Mingzi released from his sleeve had already swarmed towards him. And Yamanaka's 10 fingers form a hollow, and he is about to use the heart-turning technique on Uchiha Qiye. This is a terrible ninjutsu that allows one's own soul to invade the other's body, and the spirit must be highly concentrated. The Yamanaka clan and the Aburame clan, Danzo is really a talent that has collected a lot of Konoha. Qiye's scarlet Sharingan glared at the Yamanaka letter who was using his heart to turn. The 3-hook jade in the pupil quickly changed into the shape of a shuriken. Mangekyo Sharingan, divine control, spiritual backlash. This is another ability of Qiye's right eye Mangekyo. In addition to Shen Yu, there is also Shen Control, a spiritual illusion with destruction and control. Woo. There was darkness in front of him, but Yamanaka Shin's change of heart was not successful, but was attacked by Uchiha Qiye's spirit, thus controlling it. However, Yamanaka believed in himself, his eyes were blank, and he fell into a state of being cute. So now, only the Aburame of the Aburame clan is left. The dense black swarm has completely attached to Uchiha Qiye. Aburame Mingzi. Uchiha Qiye, this is my special parasite. It can not only eat chakra, but also impact the opponent's body, as painful as a needle stick. Don't worry, I will spare your life, but you have killed Jochin and Joshu one after another. Whether you will spare your life when you see Lord Danzo is another matter. Buzz. The black swarm made an extremely loud humming sound. So far, no one has been able to survive under the nibbling of parasites. Click. The sound of the mirror breaking came from the swarm, and the black swarm suddenly scurried around like a demon. There is nothing like this headless fly. Well, what's going on here? Aburame Mingzi saw such a panic parasite for the first time, and his face was very solemn. Suddenly, the black swarm slowly covered with frost. The perception of danger by the bad bugs is very obvious, and they immediately fly in all directions. But the speed of that flight is still not as fast as the speed of icing. Aburame Mingzi watched helplessly as the frost completely covered the bad bugs. Not only that, but the speed of freezing spreads dozens of meters around. Yamanaka letter. Aburame Mingzi retreated quickly. Ponds, waterfalls, and trees were all frozen with a thick layer of frost. Aburame Mingzi's breath turned cold to the naked eye. Knowing that the freezing speed was not spreading, Aburame Mingzi breathed a sigh of relief. His pupils were fixed on Uchiha Qiye's direction. Aburame Mingzi has now lost contact with the worm, and he doesn't know what happened to Uchiha Qiye, who was covered by the swarm. Click. The frozen ice gradually crumbled. The palm-sized ice cube fell to the ground, and Aburame Mingzi could vaguely see the frozen parasites inside. When all the ice cubes shattered, Aburame was surprised to find that Uchiha Qiye was no longer there. Where's that guy? Where did he go? He won't let him escape, right? If they are really escaped by the other party, Danzo will not let them go. It's also a shame for the root. 4 people with the strength of elite jonin couldn't hold a special jonin, and they were killed by the other 2. Who will believe this? Aburame looked at the Yamanaka letter behind him and asked, Shin, do you perceive Uchiha's chakra? Yamanaka's eyes were blank and he didn't answer, just shook his head. Advertisement. Damn, where did that B************* D go? At this moment, Aburame Mingzi saw the ice scattered on the ground quickly merge. In the end, a familiar figure came out. It is Uchiha Qiye who disappeared before. What kind of weird ninjutsu did this guy use? Can his body turn into ice? Is it illusion or ninjutsu? Aburame Mingzi participated in the Third Ninja War, and once fought against the ninjas of Kurigakure. He knows the ghost lamp family secret technique in Kurigakure. The hydration technique can make oneself into a liquid state and is immune to physical attacks. But it was the first time he saw the ice cube, and the other party was not a ghost lantern. It was the Uchiha clan in Konoha that he was familiar with. The Uchiha family has no such ability at all. The scarlet Sharingan of Uchiha Qiye he saw. That's the real Sharingan. Illusion, to cause my panic. Aburame Mingzi wondered in his heart. Uchiha Qiye is not a ninjutsu, but the elementalization of frozen fruit. Has the same bug ability as Obito Kamui. It has to be said that everyone in the root is talented. Aburame Mingzi, who has performed many missions, immediately felt the unusualness of Uchiha Qiye. This time I want him to meet Danzo-sama, even if I use force, I can't do it, maybe my life is still here. The other party killed 2 Anbu without blinking. Aburame Mingzi didn't expect Uchiha Qiye to let him go. It can be said that he judged the present form very correctly. It has become an ironclad fact that Uchiha Qiye possesses unfathomable strength. Even without bringing him to Danzo's side, Aburame clearly believes that Danzo will understand him. Because this is already very important information. So the most important task now is to escape from here. Turning his eyes to Yamanaka Shin who was behind him, he shouted loudly, "Captain Shin, I'll hold him with bugs, go back and tell Danzo-sama. It's all here, but you still want to leave. Qiye hasn't cut enough yet, but this time, he doesn't need to shoot." The Yamanaka letter holding a kunai penetrated Aburame's chest directly from behind. It's as if Hashirama and Uchiha's End Valley battle ended up stabbing Madara in the back. Black Zetsu runs through 6 paths Madara's chest from behind. Poor Uchiha Madara, there is always someone who likes to say something heartfelt to him. Good friend Hashirama is like this, so is Black Zetsu. Aburame Mingzi was naturally unprepared, and he never imagined that Yamanaka Shin would attack him from behind. How is this possible? Seeing Yamanaka's godless eyes, Aburame seemed to have thought of something. His entire face twitched, ignoring the pain in his chest. Discover the strange shuriken shape in Uchiha Qiye's eyes. He had never seen such a strange Sharingan pattern. He knew from the information of the Uchiha clan, if it wasn't for the Guyu Sharingan. That can only be Mangekyo Sharingan on top of Sango Jade. You actually turned on Mangekyo Sharingan. As soon as he finished speaking, Yamanaka Shin pulled out his right hand that had penetrated his chest. Aburame Mingzi just rolled his eyes and fell into a pool of blood. Yamanaka letter remained expressionless. Uchiha Qiye clapped his hands, and since he was already in a relationship with Danzo, he didn't plan to look back. There's no hurry for Danzo, tonight is the best chance. Kill the 3rd generation first, let Orochimaru shoot, and then everything will make sense. Uchiha Qiye smiled. It's time to transfer Orochimaru and the others to Konoha. Chapter 60. Advertisement. In fact, when Yamanaka Shin used the heart-to-heart technique, he was already caught in Uchiha Qiye's Mangekyo Sharingan illusion, divine control. God control. Qiye did not use spiritual destruction, but control. The current Yamanaka letter follows Qiye's will. Yamanaka letter to host loyalty. 70. Duration. 3 hours. 3 hours, okay. Sharingan's illusion has the function of erasing other people's memories. For example, when Commander and Borin traveled to the past, Sasuke used the Sharingan illusion to erase the memory of Jiraiya and Naruto seeing them. Qiye smiled. He had already shot at the root people, then strike while the iron is hot. Made 3rd Hokage at Konoha village tonight. Just now he informed Orochimaru that the message has been sent. Right now, he was just dozing off, waiting for Orochimaru to arrive. After a while, a slight snoring followed. When Uchiha Qiye opened his eyes. Ding, host took a nap for 10 minutes, Chakra's physical strength has returned to the best state. After a gentle sleep, the stamina and chakra consumed in the previous battle were all recovered. After a good night's sleep, it can automatically return blood to blue, which is very pleasant. Suddenly, Qiye felt that several powerful chakras were coming towards him. He is also familiar with the chakra of these people. An inexplicable smile appeared on the corner of his mouth. Orochimaru, it's coming very fast. Shish. After a while, several figures came out of the forest. Orochimaru, Kimimaro and the 4 jonin who used the 4 purple flame formation all appeared in front of Uchiha Qiye. There was no strange face of Qiye, he had seen all of them at Orochimaru's base. Seeing the figure of Uchiha Qiye, Orochimaru grinned. Qiye-kun, we got the news from you, we came without stopping. Seeing Aburame Mingzi's body on the ground, his expression changed slightly and he pointed. Qiye-kun, is this your masterpiece? No, this is his masterpiece. Qiye pointed to Yamanaka's letter beside his eyes. Although it was Yamanaka letter he controlled, but Aburame Mingzi was indeed killed by Yamanaka letter. The roots of Aburame Akashi and Yamanaka letter. Orochimaru and Danzo have a lot of intersections, and he recognized them at a glance. And Yamanaka believed that his eyes were blank and dumb, and it was obviously an illusion. Being able to take a shot at the root, Orochimaru also greatly strengthened his trust in Uchiha Qiye. You must know that Uchiha Qiye is Konoha's ninja, and Danzo is one of Konoha's top leaders. Taking action against him also means that Uchiha Qiye intends to follow Danzo in the opposite direction. Qiye-kun, you shot at the root person to get rid of Danzo, don't make a mistake, my target is only the old man from the 3rd generation. Danzo and Orochimaru have a lot in common, and Orochimaru will not break up with him now. No, Mr. Orochimaru, you misunderstood. Killing a few root members is just to show my sincerity. However, the fact is that Qiye just wanted to kill, so there is no sincerity. Shin, you get out of here first. After giving Yamanaka an order, Qiye let him go first. After 3 hours, even if he returned to normal, his memory has also been erased. Yamanaka's memory only lasted until he traveled with Aburame and the others, and he doesn't know anything about it after that. Qiye-kun, do you have a way to bring us into Konoha without being perceived by the enchantment? It's natural, you guys wait here for a while, and I'll determine the location of third Hokage. Advertisement. Uchiha Qiye left a clone here, and the main body has returned to Konoha. Orochimaru looked at Uchiha Qiye's avatar with interest. Qiye-kun, I'm looking forward to your approach. The night is gradually falling, and the Konoha village has become brightly lit at this time. Uchiha Qiye shuttles through the crowd. From tonight, Konoha will change dramatically. For third Hokage's chakra, Uchiha Qiye is familiar. Immediately felt it. At this time, third Hokage is looking down on the entire Konoha village from the open space on the rock statue of Hokage. Holding the long cigarette in his hand, third Hokage took a deep breath. I haven't seen such a prosperous village for a long time, and I don't waste my decades of hard work as Hokage. At this time, third Hokage was still a little proud. As the saying goes, it is easy to conquer the country and it is difficult to sit in the country. First generation, second generation made the country, and it didn't take long for them to pass away. It is up to him to govern this part, and Sarutobi Hiruzen is still very proud of this. First Hokage Senju Hashirama and Uchiha Madara died not long after the Battle of the End Valley. The ninja world has lost the two great Buddhas, Senju Hashirama and Uchiha Madara, the gods of ninjas. The entire ninja world became restless in an instant, and without absolute power, the group of heroes rose together. The First Ninja War ensued. The scale of the First Ninja World War can be said to be unprecedented, and the cage-level powerhouses of each village participated, and none of the ninja villages became the beneficiaries of it. The Land of Fire Konoha village lost second Hokage Senju Tobarama. At the same time, the second Raikage of Cloud Shinobi village, the Land of Thunder, was also killed by the Golden Horn and the Silver Horn. Second Tsuchikage and second Mizukage are dead on the battlefield. Because of second Hokage's death, the young Sarutobi Hiruzen took over as Hokage. It is quite emotional to recall the various third generation in the past. Among them, although he has retired, let fourth Hokage Namikaze Minato take over. But in reality Minato just took over his will. Immediately after Minato's death, he resumed his role as Hokage. Third Hokage also has a sense of pride in his heart. This made him understand that the village would not be possible without him. Konoha wouldn't work without him Sarutobi Hiruzen. For Konoha village, third generation is also quite persistent as Hokage. It has been 8 years since fourth Hokage passed away, and the village has not thought of launching the fifth Hokage. The most qualified candidates are his disciples, but unfortunately neither Jiraiya nor Tsunade are in the village. Orochimaru, a village S-rank rebel. Others are not yet qualified to take the lead. Of course, that's just how third Hokage feels about itself. On the other side, Uchiha Qiye's avatar's eyes narrowed slightly. Orochimaru, I've captured the third generation position, that's a good place for you guys. Really? Then hurry up, I can't wait to see my teacher. Orochimaru licked his lips with his long tongue and sneered. Uchiha Qiye's right eye pupil in Konoha village is transformed into Mangekyo. The scene of third Hokage standing in the clearing above the stone statue is deeply engraved in my mind. Able to avoid Konoha's enchantment without being perceived, except to understand the enchantment technique. There is another way, that is time-space ninjutsu. Masked man Obito uses time and space ninjutsu Kamui to freely enter and leave Konoha. Itachi and Kisame can enter and exit Konoha freely because Itachi knows the magician of the enchantment. That's what third Hokage told him too. And Uchiha Qiye, although he doesn't know the enchanter. But Mangekyo can do everything for him.